win over Ole Miss yesterday. And tonight, it's the Fighting Texas Aggies, the Kentucky Wildcats, for the second time this year. Kentucky's on a 5-game winning streak, and they're the number 2 seed in this tournament. The Aggies have won 4 in a row, and they are the 7 seed. We thank you so much for joining us. Along with Dr. John Thornton, I'm Andrew Monaco. Alex Libbert produces Aggie basketball in our Learfield studios. John, I'm going to start with this. You play a grinded-out game with Ole Miss yesterday, and the way tournaments go, you could have a completely different style in the very next game. That's what the Aggies are facing tonight, aren't they?
You probably hit it right on the button as far as extremes. You have very physical. Ole Miss showed up and just made it and ground it out with us, which we play. And then now we're going with maybe one of the fastest-paced teams in the country that's absolutely feeling it right now. And so you got to switch gears. You still do what you want to do that makes your team good, but at the same time you got to be able to be prepared for the different scenarios that this team presents for you.
This is our Wells Fargo warm-up. Wells Fargo is the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. John, these two teams met on January 13th at Reed Arena. Kentucky was number 6, and the Aggies won in overtime, 97-92. Now that they meet on March 15th, I dare say neither of these two teams are the same as the two teams that faced one another 3 months ago.
I think that makes great sense. You think about them. They were getting ready to jump up from 6 because they were kind of coming into our place on a roll. And, we like games in the 70s. They like games in the hundreds. This was an overtime game. A lot of points were scored in it, 97-92. We prevailed, and we prevailed in a convincing way. But a lot has happened since then. They're a different team. They weren't completely healthy when we played them there. We went through our, ups and downs through the course of the season. We found our identity. They found their identity. Now these two identities that are very separate and distinct are going to meet here today.
And Manny Obaseki wasn't. Manny Obaseki during that game, that's part of the 3-guard lineup, and a big reason why the Aggies have won 4 in a row. And when you talk about the guard matchup, and I know Buzz said it today at Shoot-Around that it's not this player versus this player, this and that, though. But when you go to the backcourt, I think their freshmen are dynamic at guard, whether it's DJ Wagner who starts, whether it's Rob Dillingham off the bench, or Reed Shepard who can play a number of different positions. But the experience of Wade Taylor IV and Boots Radford, they went for 31 and 28 in that overtime victory. I love that contrast as well.
Well, I have to kind of pinch myself from time to time and then repeat it to you so we can commiserate over it. But our guys have been bred to play in this kind of an environment. They have a history. Buzz talked about it in the pregame, the numbers of games that we played. And how many times we've been underdogs and how we've fared, and it's impressive. So we're in the same role. It's not like, okay, guys, this is what it could be like. No, we know what it's been like, and just sense an excitement, a sense of excitement for this matchup to occur. Our guys are kind of in the moment, I believe.
John, they're back into the underdog role. They were the 7 in a 7-10 matchup. They remain the 7, but in a 7-2 matchup, they're back in the underdog role. They kind of thrive in that role.
They really do. And I think it's not so much having a chip on your shoulder. It's the way you like to play. And that's tough, physical, and loose ball-esque, rebound-esque, beat you down the floor, just tough plays. And they pride themselves in that. And this is more of a finesse team we're playing.
Yes.
And finesse in a good way. I mean, they're uber talented. They've got a little bit of everything in all positions. They're one of the best shooting teams in the country. And they've got guys that can fill it up from spot to spot. We don't want to allow them to do that, and we'll have certain ways that we're going to try to prevent them from being comfortable.
They shoot 50% from the floor. That's 7th in the nation. 41% beyond the arc. Tops in the nation. They can definitely play some offense.
Hey, we've won games when you combined our field goal percentage behind the arc and regular field goals, and we get to 50 maybe, and we've won games that way. Now, we don't like that way. We shot the ball extremely well against them at home.
Yes, we did.
For 3, I think we were like 50% at halftime. So, I mean, we can. Defense obviously has a lot to do with that. I think we're playing with a lot of confidence right now. I mean, we hit shots late in the game yesterday.
Yes, we did.
I would like to think that we would come out here and be prepared to have some shots fall.
It's going to be fun. Top of the hour, the Fighting Texas Aggies, the Kentucky Wildcats. It's the night session. So far today, surprises. Mississippi State throttles Tennessee. Auburn does the same to South Carolina. They weren't close.
You know, we scratch our heads. We see sports up close and personal. But that South Carolina game really surprised me. And then I'm not so sure that Tennessee and the way they played didn't surprise me more. Unreal.
Top seed's out, so Kentucky's now the highest seed in this tournament. That's your Wells Fargo warm-up. Wells Fargo is the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. And no matter where you're watching this basketball season, be sure to buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis. And Giga Maggies, get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. When we come back to the Dos Equis tip-off show, we will hear from Wade Taylor IV. In his own words, 4 is next. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
They're not just the Aggies. They're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Aggie fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Aggies or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Texas A&M Aggies. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
Howdy, Ags. This is Bob McLaren with 44 Farms in Cameron, Texas, only 50 miles from College Station. I'd like to personally invite you to enjoy our premium, all-natural Angus beef by visiting 44steaks.com. We're honored that our Angus beef with no added hormones or antibiotics is served in many of the most celebrated restaurants and memorable family gatherings across America. 44 Farms, the official beef of Texas A&M Athletics.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
This is Henry Coleman III. You're listening to Aggie Basketball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
Hens averaging 9.5 and 6 rebounds per game in his senior season with Texas A&M, and Coleman and the Aggies getting set to take on the Kentucky Wildcats. It's time for In His Own Words. Texas A&M, traditions. Tournament, Taylor. And during tournament time, it is tradition to catch up with Wade Taylor IV. It's tournament time. That means we talk with 4. Let's go to last night. I thought that was a classic win for the Aggies, in that it was the identity. You want to get gritty, you want to grind it, gutty. That was that type of win for the Aggies, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We just wanted to come in and just wanted to bend it our way. We know the guys, Ole Miss, they've seen us play a couple of times, so we just wanted to throw something a little different, but keep that same toughness out there. And
it was the toughness. It completely different from Saturday, but I love the way we reacted in that win.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about that a lot. We know that the Ole Miss was going to come with a whole lot of different schemes and different things they want to throw at us. We just want to stay composed and just let our defense and our camaraderie take over.
When it comes to tournament time, you can go from contrast of styles. So the game against Ole Miss is going to be completely different against Kentucky tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The game plan is going to be totally different. Kentucky's a little bit faster team, a little bit better score. So we have to change our whole mindset to just getting stops. But the fight that we have has to stay the same.
Boy, I love the matchup. And I know Buzz was saying it's not individual. But the experience of you and Boots against, they're dynamic point guards. I totally get it. Experience sometimes can win out, can it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're just going to come out there and, like you said, we've been here before. We're just going to try to keep the game at our pace and just make sure that we take care of things that we know can win the game.
Tell me about how the effect of Solo can be in a game, because I thought at times last night he took over. He was the influencer in that game.
Very. Solo's been tremendous this whole year. His growth has been phenomenal, and I'm just excited that he's on our side. Tonight he's going to bring a lot of energy, I already know. I think he's just overwhelming the other team.
Can it be infectious to the rest of his teammates?
Oh, for sure. It can be infectious to the teammates and the coaches. You know, when we see Solo doing Solo things, man, it's just exciting to see.
As always, thank you.
Thank you.
That might be my new favorite phrase. Solo doing solo things, right? But influencer comes from you, partner.
Well, it's one of the things that we do because the description, it takes care of itself because he is different. Yep. He is extremely different, and it's easy to kind of identify those things that make him special because he is.
He absolutely is. No matter where you're watching this basketball season, be sure to buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis. Giga Aggies. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. When we come back to our Dos Equis tip-off show, John offers his CC Creations keys to tonight's game between the Aggies and the Kentucky Wildcats. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
On game day, there's nothing better than cheering on the Aggies courtside with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cold, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea for the 12th man. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
There was this guy who had a close circle of friends. They did everything together. They threw dinner parties, went on fishing trips, hung out at the beach. They were inseparable. But then, one of his friends got in serious debt. He needed money. So he set this guy up, framed him, and had him arrested. All for 30 pieces of silver.
Jesus was sold out. He gets us. All of us. Visit HeGetsUs.com.
They're not just the Aggies. They're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
The Dos Equis tip-off show continues. Texas A&M Hoops back in the quarterfinals for the third consecutive year in the SEC tournament. No matter where you're watching this basketball season, be sure to buy a cold crisp Dos Equis. Giga Aggies, get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. Boy, we could use the Dos Equis after a win, like the overtime win against Kentucky, and there are times we've done some games where we could use it to console us as well. Time for our CC Creations keys to tonight's game. Here's John.
Well, we're going to talk about transition defense, and it's going to be more important probably than it's been all year long. And we played against fast teams. It's not Loyola Marymount-esque as the old school was, but they will run on missed shots as well as made shots. They'll crash the boards, but then they will, and they'll block out, but they will get out and get to spots, and it's really, really difficult because everybody can, they'll attack the rim, but everybody can shoot too, and they'll spot up. But what happens after that is it's one-on-one, so that transition leads into one-on-one, a lot of ball screens, a lot of driving kicks, so it's going to be one-on-one after that. Transition is one-on-one. But in the half court, it's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be a really interesting dynamic for the Aggies. That's really, really important. And that also leads into spurts that they get. Mm-hmm. They can score points in bunches. And you could be doing fine, and then all of a sudden, boom, they hit you. So there's no time off. We're pretty good at not losing our focus on what we have to do. We have been here late. It's really going to be important today that we do that.
It's almost strength on strength. Their offense is their strength, the Aggie defense, and guarding one-on-one. And you'll hear Buzz Williams saying a little bit that code maroon is what they do every day as well.
And we do that every day against ourselves, but it's different now. And I would say this, if you talk about, I'm going to say it's physicality against finesse tonight. Now, we have finesse players too, don't get me wrong, but their bread and butter is to take advantage of their length, their athleticism, their shot making. They're really, really good. And our strength is to make you uncomfortable, be physical, and make it tough on you in those situations. So it's going to be a great matchup.
It really is. It's intriguing to open up this night's session. Those are your CC Creations keys to the game. And CC Creations is the preferred merchandise vendor of Texas A&M Athletics. When we come back to the Dos Equis tip-off show, we hear from the head coach of the Fighting Texas Aggies. Buzz Williams is next. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
It's vodka, I feel like my soul. It's vodka, now I'm taking control. Gonna do it right, gonna keep it clean. Treat my body like a fire machine. Fix vodka, I feel like my soul.
Fix Vodka, the only pure alkaline vodka created and bottled in Texas. Clean and pure, a great way to spice up any party.
Fix vodka.
Get your fix.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Howdy, Ags. This is Chris. And this is Preston. And we are Low Cash. Coming to you from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. We wanted to join our good friends, 44 Farms over in Cameron, Texas, in wishing the Fighting Texas Aggies a great season. When you're ready to turn a meal into a celebration, visit 44steaks.com or stop by their retail store at 1509 South Highway 36 in Cameron and tell them Low Cash sent you. 44 Farms, the official beef of Texas A&M Athletics.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Aggie basketball continues. Our chance to talk with Buzz Williams ahead of this game with Kentucky. Before we look ahead to this, Buzz, last night, Ole Miss, the words that come to mind, grit, grind, guts, really the identity of Texas A&M, correct?
Well, I hope that it is. I think within our group, that's what we want to be about. I think that that's what we understand. I think that's the language we speak. I know it's not necessarily for everyone, but relative to what we can control and what we want to try to be accountable for, I think in many respects that we're in this position is because of those things. And I know the results have been pretty the last couple of weeks, but even when they weren't pretty, if our foundation wasn't built on those things, in my opinion, we wouldn't be playing today.
In tournaments, it can be a contrast of style. So you go from the game against Ole Miss to the game tonight against Kentucky.
Yeah, and it's just been, as you know, I mean, it's just fast. It's a fast turnaround, not just for us, but for teams that are playing multiple games, especially when you play at night. So we'll do a couple of film sessions today. We just finished the first one. They're a different team. They are much faster, much more efficient, offensively for sure. Different personnel. Guys have become eligible. Guys have become healthy. And so I think we're a different team in some respects as well. And so some of it is retouching. I think our kids know a lot of it already, but I think our staff's done a good job thus far, and it's a long time until we play the game. And so we'll have to continue to be efficient and effective with our time so that we're prepared up until tip. I mean, we'll be doing some of this in the locker room tonight.
They take so much pride in their offense, but Buzz, it goes up against the Aggie strength of defense where this team really makes its noise.
Yeah, we're going to have to be able to guard the ball. And relative to our framework of how our defense is built, we'll have to do an extraordinary job of keeping the ball in front and trying not to get into rotation. And our rotation will have to be a little different based on their personnel than it normally is. But it for sure starts with the ball. Can we get back in transition, number one? Can we execute the appropriate ball screen coverage relative to where the ball screen takes place, number two? And then number three, if we can do those things, then it's going to be one-on-one. We call that code maroon. It's going to be one-on-one. Can you guard the ball? And I would say if those were three rocks of what they do offensively relative to our defense, that's kind of the lowest common denominator of it.
As always, thank you so much, Buzz.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And a reminder, Texas A&M hoops are back in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. No matter where you're watching this basketball season, be sure to buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and Giga Maggies. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. When we come back, it's the Texas A&M starting lineup. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
There was this guy who had a close circle of friends. They did everything together. They threw dinner parties, went on fishing trips, hung out at the beach. They were inseparable. But then, one of his friends got in serious debt. He needed money. So he set this guy up, framed him, and had him arrested. All for 30 pieces of silver.
Jesus was sold out. He gets us. All of us. Visit hegetsus.com.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Would you like to learn how AI-driven financial strategies can empower you to meet evolving challenges with confidence? OneStream can help you do just that. It's the next generation intelligent finance platform that streamlines corporate performance management processes such as planning, forecasting, financial close, and consolidation. Choose the smarter option. Choose OneStream. Go to onestream.com/AI and streamline your business today.
The Dos Equis Tip-Off Show continues from Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville. It's the Aggies and the Kentucky Wildcats in the SEC Tournament quarterfinals. And here's the Texas A&M starting lineup and reserves. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Texas A&M Sports Network. Two teams are undefeated in March in the SEC, and they face off at the top of the hour. Texas A&M's won 4 in a row. Kentucky, 5 straight. It's a quarterfinal Friday nights. The opening tip next. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
To Hefner, foul line extended, 3 left side. Got it! H buries his second 3.
From Learfield.
Crossover using a Garcia screen, 3 straight away. No! Followed by Garcia! 4-point game!
You've been listening to the Dos Equis Tip-Off Show, presented by Dos Equis, proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly.
3 from the right wing. Oh, baby, a deep 3! Then he buried his 4th 3 for him!
This is Texas A&M basketball, brought to you by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Starry hits different. The Texas Department of Transportation. Keep our roads clean, and remember that don't mess with Texas means don't litter. And by Twisted Tea, hard iced tea for the 12th man. Please drink responsibly. The tip is moments away. Here is the voice of Texas A&M basketball, Andrew Monaco.
The last time the Aggies and Kentucky met, it was at Reed Arena on January 13th, and the Aggies with a 97-92 win in overtime over then number 6 Kentucky. The last time these two schools met in the SEC tournament, it was for the 2016 title. Kentucky in overtime won 82-77. They meet one more time this season. It's the SEC tournament quarterfinals. The Fighting Texas Aggies, winners of 4 in a row, taking on Kentucky, winners of 5 in a row. Alongside Dr. John Thornton, I'm Andrew Monaco. We thank you so much for joining us. Alex Libbert produces Aggie basketball in our Learfield studios. John, they grounded out a victory last night against Ole Miss, did the Aggies. Kentucky plays Kentucky style. Anytime you get all your conference teams together, you've got different styles. It's an absolute contrast of what the Aggies faced last night that what they're going to face against number 9 Kentucky tonight.
Yeah, it's light years different. It's going to be just such high tempo, high pace. We can play that way, but we got to be judicious about when we go. You can get sped up and you can't keep up. But we can, an open floor, broken floor, we have guards that can attack, and we can get to the rim on them. So it's going to be one of those deliberations you have in game when you go and when you don't go. So, yeah, be aggressive, but also realize that they are what they are. They have 3 shooters. They have more than 3. 3 guys that shoot 44% or better from 3 volume 3s, 130 apiece. They average shooting above 40%, and they drive and kick to those guys. And so it's the one-on-one thing that Buzz was alluding to. So getting your guy, staying in front of you guy, not letting him have an opportunity to draw help and kick it to somebody where the help comes from. I say it over and over again, but this is a team that absolutely can kill you if they get you in rotation.
We talk about in games like this, your best players have to be your best players. And in that win at Reed Arena, the Aggie backcourt got the best of the Kentucky backcourt, didn't they?
That's a statement, too. That's a statement, and we did. And, we're talking about their players and the blue ribbon connotation that they have. But we've got some players that are playing really, really well now, especially at the guard position. But then you go back, what Anderson does, what Solo brings, what our bench has meant to us. This is a primetime game. Let's see everybody step up and play.
Wade Taylor IV had 31 in that win. Boots had 28, a season best for him. Wade's All-SEC first team. And joining him on that is Antonio Reeves of Kentucky. All-SEC second team is their starting point guard, the freshman DJ Wagner. Coming off the bench will be All-SEC second team and the 6th man of the year in Rob Dillingham. Oh, we haven't talked about Reed Shepherd, who is likely a first-round pick in the NBA. It's funny, the freshmen, and they're no longer freshmen this time of year, correct?
Right.
But a lot of experience for 4 and for 23 for A&M.
No, that's no question about it. You don't want it. You didn't want to give a freshman credit. You go, well, he can't do that. He can't do that. Well, he's shooting 53% from 3 at Kentucky, and he's made big plays throughout their big role right now.
So Kentucky is the 2 seed. They are in their home whites with the Kentucky blue letters and numbers. The Aggies, they're going to wear their black Fighting Texas Aggie uniforms. The off-white letters and numbers, Fighting Texas Aggies surrounding those numbers. This will be anything but a neutral game. as Wildcat fans travel to the SEC tournament. But I will say this, through all the tournaments, everybody not rooting for Kentucky and every other school is rooting for Texas A&M in this building.
Well, you don't really appreciate orange. We don't typically. But when Tennessee exited it, that hurt our fans because they would have stayed and pulled for us.
Absolutely. Tennessee falling to Mississippi State 73-56. Auburn throttled South Carolina 86-55. The tap to Kentucky. We are underway on this quarterfinal Friday of the 2024 SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. Adam Thiero, who we did not see at Reed Arena. DJ Wagner. Bounce high on the left post. It is Thiero on the right side. Justin Edwards gives off Wagner. 10 to shoot. Shooting to the basket to our left in front of the Aggie bench. Skip pass out to Edwards. Above foul line extended. Contested by Boots. No good. And the rebound by Kentucky. Ugana Onyenso goes up top, attacking. Reeves, he is fouled. Wildens Levesque and Doug Schals with the call. He'll land his pool and Owen Short. Our referees, actually, I think they're going to get Solomon Washington with that foul.
I don't want to see him pick that up because he plays so hard. He's going to get something like that. But that first possession is a great example of what you're going to see in the half-court setting. They're going to work, try to probe, get by their guy, and bring a ball screen up if they get late shot clock.
First free throw is good. Antonio Reeves, all SEC first team. He's third in the conference with 20.2 points per game. 51% from the floor is fifth in the conference. 88% from the line is fourth in the conference. 90% from the line in conference. In and out, no good.
Good job.
I use my power for good. Here we go. Manny Obaseki into the front court for the Aggies. Their first possession, 1-0 Kentucky. Manny at the top of the arc, using a screen by Levesque. Down the left lane line. Manny has that shot blocked. Solo had it, lost it to Levesque. Never hit the shot clock. Wide open three, right wing Mo. Buried it! 3-1, Texas A&M.
Love that start by Manny.
Into the front court, and Adu Thiero. Thiero stop and go on the left wing. Double team of Solo and Levesque. Edwards navigates to the left block. Kick out three. Reeves in and out, no good. Big Will comes up with the rebound. He has a career best 16 against Kentucky, against South Carolina. That is 4. He buries the 3, and the Aggies have a 6-1 lead.
It's something that you would think Kentucky would take him seriously. Late picking him up.
Kick into the left corner. Edwards drives that left baseline. Skip into the right corner. Stolen by Solomon Washington. Into the front court, 4 crossover dribble, 4 to the hoop, off glass and in. 8-1 A&M. Time out, Kentucky.
Talk about a quick timeout. Little lackadaisical start, but it's more A&M and the fight that they brought to the beginning of this game.
This is a La Casa Tequila early game timeouts. Take some time to enjoy the rest of this game responsibly with La Casa's smooth tequila for rugged country. John, I know when you play teams like this, say, okay, contrast of styles, but teams that don't always run like to run, and teams that do run don't like being run at back, and that's what the Aggies have done.
We talked about it pregame. Be smart about doing that, but they're vulnerable like that, especially if they start up. What you did right now is you established yourself for this evening. It isn't something where their will was forced on you. You've gotten their attention big time. Now it's going to be the discipline of us to remain the way that we're playing right now.
So the timeout by Kentucky, 8-1 A&M. The 1-2-2, Obaseki up top, then Taylor and Radford, then Washington and Levesque. On the left side, Reeves. Reeves kick on the right side. Edwards for 3. Nope, that's short. Manny taps it out of bounds. It'll stay Kentucky. I think he tried to hit it off the backboard, didn't he?
Yeah, he couldn't get to it. Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to be creative about trying to corral it.
Right baseline inbound as a reset shot clock to 20. And here comes a member of the SEC's all-defensive team, Anderson Garcia.
Oh, you talk about somebody excited. He's so unemotional, but you can tell he's got a little hop in him right now.
Onyenso gives to Wagner. Wagner in between the circles, the etched-out SEC logo at half court. 8-1 A&M, 2 minutes in. Crossover dribble. Wagner into the paint. There's that one-on-one. Solo guards him. Shot left short. Garcia's first rebound. Front court 4. 4 gives to Tyrese. Boots. Left side of the lane. Garcia hands off, Boots, gives back. That is blocked by Onyenso, and it's taken by Kentucky. Up the right side, Wagner. Wagner to the middle of the floor, to Reeves. Look to his left, keeps the dribble, knocked free by Manny. Gives back to Wagner. Wagner, all this above foul line extended. Reeves, underhand toss to Fierro. Fierro trips, falls on the deck. 4 battles with him, gives it off to Wagner on the left block. Kick out Reeves, loves the 3, hits it. 8-4. Buzz wanted a jump ball.
They got
with Landis Poole, Owen Short meeting Buzz. Wants a little explanation of why that was not a held ball between 4 and on the ground of Adu Fierro, and they're going to review something, a Thornton McFerrin Coaching Academy review. We bring it on the road with us.
That's right.
Is what we do.
It travels. But I'll say this. Wade had to go over. He got a busted lip. He made the gesture like he got an elbow. So they're going to go look and see.
Yeah, so they're looking at Onyenso as well. And I think Kentucky's just doing that because they want to see about a player safety, as Wade does have the cut lip. So on that curl by Fierro on the ground. I'm not sure there's anything, John.
Yeah, I didn't
unless it's after.
I didn't see the contact. I don't know where he got. Unless it's on
review, contact incidental. We play off that ball. It's A&M's ball on the baseline.
That is Doug Schaus, our referee, Mike, our Thornton McFerrin Coaching Academy review, and incidental contact.
That happens in basketball.
Yeah.
And here the thing is now, I mean, they get their first bucket. That's interesting. Reeves is a phenomenal shooter. He's got his first opportunity to knock one down. Now Shepard comes in the game.
Did you find it interesting what Buzz said at shoot-around? Reeves is their best player. He's not their best prospect, but he's their best player. Yeah, and it's not a slight at any of them.
Well, what a statement that is for Buzz Williams to say that as much as he invests in the total player.
8-4 A&M with 17-10 to play in this first half. Shooting to the basket to our right, front of the Kentucky bench. Solo goes one-on-one on Fierro. Has that block, goes out of bounds over the left over the left baseline. Aggies will keep it with 17 to shoot. 17 minutes to play, up 8-4 on Kentucky.
Started like Ole Miss yesterday. It's going to be a physical game. It got into a foul fest late, but they're going to let you play.
Jace Carter will come to the table off the inbound. 4 buries a left corner 3. 4 has 8 of the Aggies. 11-4 Texas A&M. The trailer is Fierro. To Reed Shepard. Shepard gives off to Dillingham. Reeves curls. Dillingham deep 3 offset left side, and he swished it. 45% beyond the arc is Rob Dillingham. He's the freshman from Hickory, North Carolina. 11-7 A&M by 4. 4 fakes the 3, run out by Dillingham all the way, kick out, Boots, extra pass, Solo, back to Boots, 3 from the right wing, Boots rips it, Tyrese's first 3, and the Aggies have a 14-7 lead.
I don't think there's any intimidation factor here today.
Dillingham picks up the dribble at the left elbow, up top Fierro, into the paint, loses it, foul on Anderson Garcia on the way up.
I think it's on Manny.
Oh, Manny?
Yeah, I think Anderson had position, just stood there. Manny got him on the arm.
14-7 A&M. To the line goes Adu Fierro.
They can do it all. They got 7-footers to protect the rim. They shoot 75% from the free throw line as a team. You got great three-point shooters. A&M is going toe-to-toe with them right now.
Fierro hits the first. Onyenso will leave. We're going to see Zvonimir Ivisic for the first time. Ivisic was not eligible when he played. He got eligible during the conference. And he also missed some time with an injury. Freshman, in and out, no good. 1 of 2. Anderson Garcia grabs rebound number 2. 14-8 A&M, 16-10 to play. Boots will initiate the offense. Into the front court. A Garcia screen. Reeves goes over. Crossover dribble. Moves back above the etched-out SEC logo at half court to 4 in front of the center jump circle. 10 to shoot. 3 by 4 is short. Anderson offensive rebound. In the left corner, Jace for 3. Too strong, and rebound by Fierro. And deflected by Garcia into the backcourt. And it'll be overruled. Owen Short Olanda's Poole was ahead of the play, did not see the deflection by Garcia. It's corrected. It will be Kentucky basketball. What a start for the Aggies. 15:45 to play here in the first. Aggies 14, Kentucky 8. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
Aggie fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Aggies or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Texas A&M Aggies. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
While you're cheering on the Ags, let ABC take care of the house when it comes to making sure your home is safe from rodents, rats, and mice. It's nothing but nets with ABC, a proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. ABC Home and Commercial Services are specialists for your environment. At the first media timeout, if I ask Dr. John Thornton how he liked the start, you better believe the Aggies have the lead. It's 14-8 A&M.
You couldn't ask for a better start. You couldn't. The only thing I would say is I don't want to give them second shots.
No.
They're prolific, so they've got 2 offensive rebounds, but have done a great job sticking to the game plan and getting back. Transition points, not a factor right now. What we're seeing here earlier, they're not pressuring Wade as far as like double teaming him, keeping him from catching the ball. We're having the ability to set our offense and do what we want. Now, they're defending, but it's not that kind of pressure that we're used to seeing with Wade and Tyrese being denied the basketball.
Ivasic hands off to Dillingham. Dillingham down the right lane line, challenged by Garcia. He lays it in. Dillingham with 5 off the bench. 14-10 is the Aggie lead on Kentucky. Wade along with Garcia and Carter. High posts, Anderson on the left side, and Dillingham impeding Wade from getting into the paint. That's the first on Dillingham, the first on Kentucky.
No, I like the fact they're spreading the floor. Gave it to Anderson. We like him as that type of guy to have the ball at the elbow where he can turn around and face the basket and see overplays, and when they occur, they were going to look for Wade cutting to the basket in a dive, but he got held.
Wade on the floor with Boots, Garcia, Washington, and Carter. As Boots goes to the middle of the floor with Reed Shepherd on him. Boots comes up top. 4 guarded by Dillingham. 4 gets into the paint. 4 slips a pass Garcia. He got 2 players in the air, and he's hammered by Ivasic. He had Mitchell and Ivasic underneath the hoop. The second pump fake got Ivasic in the air and earns Anderson Garcia 2 free throws.
2 defenders, 2 pump fakes. got them both. All right, Anderson. He's
2 stomps.
He's got his stomp going early today. Let's make it work.
Anderson to the line for 2. Aggies up 14-10. 15-11 to play in the first. Good. Anderson.
Okay, what's interesting about A&M and what we're going to do defensively, which we tweak our man defense, but the only help you're going to see is in the lane at the charge circle. It's going to be you and him, and that's what Jace got beat the last time. That's going to be more of the same.
1 of 2 from the line for Garcia. 15-10 A&M as we approach 15 minutes to play in the first. Dillingham and Ivisic, along with Reeves, Shepard, and Mitchell. Knocked free by Garcia through the right shoulder, and as he turns to Owen Short, it was right in front of him. 11 committed that foul.
But it reminds me of the old days when you had to raise your arm or raise your hand when you got fouled. Well, he's doing even better. He's giving the numbers.
Late substitution by the Aggies. Henry Coleman III will come in. Buzz is really good at buying a little extra time before that substitution.
Yeah, it's also one of those kind of momentum things, too.
Dillingham, deep three, offset left side, no good. Mitchell, not loose, ball foul on for Trey Mitchell. It's actually a push. There's no loose ball foul in college. It has to be some kind of foul. I say it coming from the NBA,
right.
But Mitchell with the push.
Right, it's going to be a team rebound situation anyway.
15-10, Aggies by 5, 14:50 to play. High post left side, give back to 4, flares to the wing. His pass is smothered, gets it back in the right corner. That just allows him to fire a three that goes all the way around. Washington gets pushed to the deck. Attacking on the right side, Reeves, floater, glass, good.
That's
6 for Reeves.
That's the break. That happens in a hurry.
They average 15 seconds of possession. This is anything but neutral, gang. Boots all the way to the hoop, knocked to the deck, no call, out of bounds, Kentucky basketball.
Buzz told him and primed him the fact that you're going to play here in this environment. It's just going to be physical. Don't expect anything.
Nothing. 15-12, Aggies lead Kentucky by 3. 14-15, Reed Shepard, Trey Mitchell.
A little bit of an advantage here with the crowd.
Just a tad. Channing go big blue. The handoff to Shepard. Foul line extended left side beyond the arc. Carter on him. Goes up top. Dillingham. Dillingham. Jump pass. Shepard drives left baseline around Coleman underneath the hoop. Pass inside. Stripped by Coleman. Looping ahead to the right side. Washington on the wing. Solo's going to attack on that right wing. Kick back up top. Extra pass is bounced away. Batted by Shepard. Lay it up and in. The only thing missing are cinders. Playground. It's that style. Back and forth. 15-14 A&M.
Heads up play by Shepard.
Absolutely.
Hand in that passing lane.
13:30 to play. Down the left lane line. Glass high off the window. No good. Rebound Mitchell. Up ahead. Reeves one-on-one on Carter. Stripped by Boots. Saved from going out of bounds. Dillingham on the right wing. Cross lane pass up for Mitchell. Step to his left. Lays it in. Kentucky has just its second lead. 16-15. This is what you talk about, that run. Buzz calls time.
You know, and you're a competitor, and you want to go right back at him and attack, and I like that. I like that attitude, but you got to be real smart when you have that sense of a feel about the flow being their way.
You can't make it personal.
No, you
right?
can't. I mean,
you look at that last play. Solo didn't force anything. Henry got the steal, goes on the wing to Solo. He could have attacked, didn't have numbers, didn't work out, and again, a great play by Reed. But Solo would have probably forced something there in the past. That's what Buzz talks about, the maturation of Solomon Washington, correct?
I totally agree with you, and that's one of those kind of deals. Need to be mature in this situation here. You don't do anything different than what the initial game plan was. Nothing new has occurred in this thing. They're going to have runs like that. They're a good basketball team. There's no sense in any kind of doubt that you could be in this game if you continue to do what you've been doing.
6-0 run by Kentucky gives the Wildcats a 16-15 lead. The Aggies with the La Casa Tequila timeouts. We're introducing the official craft beer of Texas A&M Athletics, Block T Blondale, named after the iconic Block T formation, made famous by the Fightin' Texas Aggie Band. In this refreshing blonde ale, which is made in collaboration with Revolver Brewing, can be found at Bluebell Park, Davis Diamond throughout the remainder of the year, and its special locations in Bryan, College Station. Manny Obaski is back in for the Aggies. 4 runs on the right wing, fakes the 3 on Shepard. Attacks the right baseline. 4, kick out, Solo. 3, left side. In! Solomon Washington buries the 3. And the Aggies seesaw ahead, 18-16.
Stay in front of your guy. No driving kick.
Bounce up top, Mitchell. Solo nearly with a steal. Hand off to Reeves at the top of the arc. Dribbles to his left, inside the arc. Attacks left block, knocks down Solo. Offensive foul! The charge is taken by Solomon Washington.
You talk about mature now, right? Not trying to block everything. He had him leaning into him and took the charge. That's a guy that's learning as he goes.
And I dare say he hasn't even approached his ceiling.
No, and if there's any, hey, everybody loves being in this situation right here. I mean, you're playing for something. You got the crowd breathing down your neck. But if there's anybody that pick and choose who you want, but Solo likes it as much as anybody.
And it seems only fitting that we're wearing black in this place. We're the villains, right?
There's
right
no
here.
question.
Wade sits for the first time. Manny across the timeline. Manny down the right lane line. Manny lays it up and in. Aggies have the 20-16 lead. They answer the 6-0 run with 5 of their own.
Great answers.
20-16 A&M. 12:15 to play in the first half. Dillingham guarded by Hayden Hefner. And impeded on the drive is Dillingham. The foul is on H.
Yeah, so when you have that kind of matchup, because we do switch on those that weave out front, but you just got to give them space. Given space depending upon who you're the quickness level of who you're guarding.
Reed Shepard will inbound. Ivasic along with Mitchell. Wagner is back in with Dillingham. 3 dynamic guards for Kentucky. Dillingham attacks underneath the hoop. That's deflected by Solomon Washington into the hands of Garcia. Front court, Manny. Manny kick right wing. Boots lets a 3 fly off the heel. Here comes a one-on-one. Dillingham and Manny Obaseki. Missed it left. Boots the other way. 1-on-2 for Boots. So what? And he misses the layup. Shepard the other way. Has Dillingham on his left. Crossover dribble on Manny. Flares to the wing on the right side to the trailer Wagner, who attacks in the paint. Inside for Mitchell. Offensive foul! This charge is taken by Andy.
Great job. Got position. Stayed there. Hey, guts for the official to make that call. You're playing in front of this kind of crowd. Not popular, but it's the right call.
20-16 Texas A&M with 11:38 to play in our first. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
It's soccer, I feel like my soul. It's soccer, now I'm taking control. Gonna do it right, gonna keep it clean. Treat my body like a fire machine. Fix vodka, I feel like my soul.
Fix Vodka, the only pure alkaline vodka created and bottled in Texas. Clean and pure, a great way to spice up any party.
Fix vodka.
Get your fix.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Texas Farm Bureau members can get up to 2 free tickets to select Texas A&M athletic events by submitting your name, your member ID, and the game of your choice. 12thman.com/member benefits. It's an offer that's exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members while supplies last. So you should become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. John Aggies lead 20-16 with 11:38 to play in this first half. They absorbed some of the momentum. A 6-0 run by Kentucky turned a 15-10 Aggie lead into a 16-15 deficit. Aggies score the next 5, but overall in these first 8.5 minutes, what are the Aggies doing well, and why do they have the 4-point lead?
Well, they're doing a great job of only getting help close to the basket, not trying to help at the elbow, not trying to help on the wings, because they're not allowing them to drive and then find that guy. And so one-on-one defense has been very, very good. Been very physical. We're out rebounding them. on the offensive glass, but it's going to be a battle like that. It's going to continue as the rebound unfolds. Forced 5 turnovers.
Yes.
And then only have one on our side.
And Kentucky doesn't turn it over very often. They're 4th in the conference with 10.5. But, John, the 3 offensive rebounds for the Aggies have become 6 second-chance points. Manny Obaseki in the front court with Radford. Aggies up 20-16. Manny top of the arc using a Washington screen down the right lane line. Forces up a shot wide to the left. Andy has it. Loops back to Boots. He's above the etched-out SEC logo. Never hit the rim, so the shot clock is at 5. Boots navigates through a couple defenders. Spins left lane line. Fouled, and Boots to the line.
I love Andy. He comes up. He's going to set a screen. You can kind of sense that the peripheral vision tells you the screen's going to be on the left side, but then he flips and goes to the right side because it starts off that double team, puts him in a jam. Tyrese takes advantage of it.
Edwards with the foul. John, we know that he's a left-handed dribbler. You know every scouting report's going to say Radford left-handed, but he's not exclusively left-handed. No. First free throw is good for Tyrese Boots Radford, 21-16 A&M.
It's what, talking about a bag of tricks, I think that's what Buzz was describing. I think it was Mitchell.
Yeah.
About
Trey Mitchell.
Well, hey, that's a guy that has a bag of tricks. He's left-handed, but he has a lot of ways to finish.
Here comes another for Boots. 7 in a row for A&M. Boots went 8 for 10 from the line in the 80-71 win over Ole Miss yesterday. So a 22-16 Aggie lead. Carter up top, then Radford and Hefner, then Garcia and Washington. For the Aggies defensively, Reed Shepard into the front court across the timeline on the right side. In front of Buzz Williams is Trey Mitchell. Gives back to Shepard 30 feet from the basket, and he backs towards half courts. Picks up the dribble in between the circles. Edwards above foul line extended. Now DJ Wagner gives back to Edwards. Extra pass Shepard, left wing 3. Rattles it in. Reed Shepard has 5 off the bench. 22-19, A&M by 3, 10:40 to play. We're in the first half at Bridgestone Arena. Hook pass, Solo, down the right lane line. Solo off the window, blocked right to Hefner, lays it in after 3 bounces. H with his first 2, 24-19 A&M. 10.5 to play. Wagner pitch and catch with Shepard. Deep 3 on the left wing is good. Back-to-back 3s by Reed Shepard. He has 8. It is not a small sample.
No.
53%. He's now hit 73 threes. Boots, step back, deep 2, in and out. It's kept alive by Carter. Washington battles with Reed on the floor. Hell ball, Aggie basketball, because Anderson Garcia got on the floor and gets tied up with with DJ Wagner. Dewan was his dad. Milt's his grandfather. Cal coached Dewan Wagner at Memphis. Milt Wagner played at Louisville. Here's DJ Wagner playing for Coach Cal at Kentucky.
Now, how about Shepard? That is probably as efficient a jump shot as you're going to see. There's no waste in motion. Gets it off quick. Beautiful form.
That's the key, how quickly he releases it.
He gets it off so quick.
24-22, a 2-point Aggie lead. Boots looks back. Lyle Wolf calls the play next to Buzz. 9:50 to play in this first half. 24-22 A&M on a curl. 4 straight away. Rips the 3. 4 with his third 3. He's got 11 and the Aggies lead 27-22. Feeling it?
Oh, yeah. I guess so. We'll expect a heat check again.
Shepard in between the circles. Shepard gets to the free throw line. Slapped by Washington. Out to Edwards. Straight away 3. Off the heel. Hit the rim a second time. And it caroms to Washington. Solo finds 4. Front court. Left side of the floor. Shooting to the basket to our right. Clad in black. They're fighting Texas Aggie uniforms. 4. Top of the arc. Deep 3. Off the heel. Rebound by Wagner. Up the right side by side with Boots to the middle of the floor at the top of the arc. Crossover dribble down the left lane line. Wagner with the hook, too strong. Offensive rebound, nope, taken away by Washington. Up to 4. 4 on the left wing, one-on-one on Shepard all the way to the hoop. That's goaltending. Count it. Aggies have a 29-22 lead.
So that's the difference between knowing numbers and not knowing numbers. And in this building with this crowd, going and doing that right there is necessary.
The reason it's a goaltend, it's in the cylinder. And that's why it cannot be blocked. It's in the cylinder, so it's a goaltend.
Well, what's going to happen here? Any negative call going against Kentucky, we're going to get a crescendo of boos.
Just like Rupp Arena, the Kentucky Wildcats have never committed a foul in their lives. 29-22. Reed Shepard in the etched-out SEC logo at half court. Aggies by 7. Stop and go Shepard. Pitch across the floor. Up top, wide open 3. Wagner hits. 31% for the freshman. All the Wagners come from Camden. They're the pride of Camden, New Jersey. 29-25. A&M by 4. 8.5 to play here in the first half. Crossover dribble by 4. 4 at the top of the arc. Drives on Wagner. Stops. Right elbow. Feeds inside for Coleman. Passes too low. Stolen by Wagner. And he slips out to Fierro in front of the Kentucky bench. Just the second turnover for A&M. 29-25, Aggies by 4 as we approach 8 to play. Shepard at the top of the arc, guarded by Washington. On the right wing, Fierro up and under. Instead passes inside. The layup is no good. Henry Coleman with the rebound. Front court Mo. On the right wing, Tyrese to the hoop with the right hand. He lays it in. Fast break, Aggies running right back at Kentucky. And that's off a miss by the Aggies.
That's what we did well at home, picking up right where we left off.
On the right wing, Fierro up top to Shepard. Now Wagner below the etched-out SEC logo. To Shepard, who's above it on the right side of the floor. 31-25 A&M. Shepard gets into the paint. The floater from 10 is good. Shepard has 10 off the bench. 31-27. This was our halftime score. We still have 7.5 to play.
It's going to be that way all night.
Shepard picks up 4 at half court. He keeps him on his right hip. 4 all the way to the hoop. High off the window and good. Wade with a clinic in this first half. 15 for him. 33-27 A&M. As we approach 7 to play, Shepard at the top of the arc. Shepard cut off by Coleman. Lob, catch on Yenso, and taken away by Boots, but called for a foul along the baseline with 7:02 to play here in the first. The Fighting Texas Aggies 33, Kentucky 27. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield. John.
In Nashville, but celebrates in season 12.
TX Whiskey is a proud partner of the Texas A&M Aggies. While you take pride in your school spirit, we take pride in being your spirit of choice. Like the Aggie spirit, TX Whiskey is powered by tradition, crafted with passion, and unites us all. Here's to the team, the 12th man, and the Texas spirit inside us all. Gig 'em. 21 and up, please drink responsibly. TX Whiskey, our way.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is Jace Carter. You're listening to Aggie Basketball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
Jason, the Aggies on a 33-27 lead on Kentucky. 7:02 to play in the first. Hey, head on over to your local Rudy's But you better do it quick or you're going to miss a lot of buckets. Or Rudy's.com. Place an order for their Real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoke meats, delicious sides, Rudy's signature sauce. And don't forget, Rudy serves made-to-order and grab-and-go breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. How do you like guard play, huh? Wade Taylor, 15. Reed Shepard off the bench with 10. They're the two leading scorers. Aggies up 33-27.
Shepard's 4 for 4 from the floor, 2 for 2 from 3. Wade's back at him every time.
Steal by Boots into the front court. He has it. Shepard falls on him. That's a foul on Shepard. On the handoff from Onyenso to Shepard, knocked free. Boots got that loose ball, dribbled into the front court. It's the 6th team foul on Kentucky. And as they battled for it, Shepard fell on top of Boots, and that's a foul. But that was a fumbled handoff, and any glimmer right there. I'm sorry, that's the 7th on Kentucky, so Boots are 1-1. But just the fumbled handoff, to your point, you give the Aggie defense any glimpse, any light of that loose ball, and they take it.
No, they are. And very aggressive. What did we say? Finesse against physicality, being very physical.
So 1-1 for Boots Radford. For 1 of 2 in this first half, 7 points for Boots. Free throw good. No one moved. They knew Boots was going to make it.
Well, he was poised yesterday afternoon.
John, he missed I think the third and the fourth, and made all 6 in crunch time to secure that win. 34-27 A&M. 35. And John, that after that timeout, that's just a basic side out for Kentucky that the Aggies get the steal and they get the 2 points. Nearly thrown away, stolen by Manny. Manny hits over, back to Solo, lay it up and in. And he was hit. And now Doug Schals will call on Solomon Washington. I think he's going to get a warning. It's 37-27 A&M. But good sharing of the basketball in a 3-on-1.
And a great play by Manny to anticipate that pass.
And a bad pass by Shepard. That's 2 turnovers on him.
How about don't blink in this game? You better not.
You cannot. Hand off Reeves. Reeves to Wagner. Wagner and Dillingham. Dillingham and Wagner in the etched out SEC logo. Aggies by 10 with 6.5 to play. Dillingham with pass to Mitchell at the left elbow. Knocked free by Solomon Washington. Another steal. Here's Manny. Wade tells him to whoa. How many times does Wade say that? Deep 3 by the logo. Kept alive. And caroms to Kentucky. This is Wagner. Now I know why he told him to whoa. Dillingham into the paint. Hits Onyenso with a dunk. The 7-footer's first 2. It's 37-29. Aggies by 8 with the ball with 6 to play.
Yeah, walking it up now. Got to be careful. Don't help up the floor. They drop it off down low.
Using a Washington screen into the left wing. It is Obaseki inside the arc. Now he backs out and will move to the middle of the floor. Manny Obaseki between the legs 3 times. Shy of the left elbow. The jumper by Mo is no good. Rebound on Yenso. Loose ball foul. Boots knocked to the deck. He's got a 1-and-1.
And got to attack. I mean, you got to be that offside rebounder. And I've said it all the time, but you're not going to get a foul. Pick up a foul like that unless you go in there and work and be physical, try to get position.
And the reminder that there are go-gets and get-backs, and that's why you need the predictable shot. Oh, Boots gets undercut on that play. As he goes for the rebound, he goes up and he gets undercut. That's dangerous by Antonio Reeves. That's player safety now.
No, so here's a critical thing. 5:42 to go. Let's go back and run our offense. Be smart about the break.
Free throw no good. Kentucky gets a break there. 37-29 A&M. Dillingham at the top of the arc. Solo with him. Wagner attacks on the left wing. Hook pass Shepard. Left corner 3. Good. 13 for Shepard off the bench. 37-32, a 5-point Aggie lead. 5:20 to play as Wade picked up by Wagner at half court. Angles to the right side across the timeline. Stop and go. Crossover dribble. Wade, floater, too strong. Rebound on Yenso. Out of his hands. Up the right side, Dillingham. Behind the back to Shed Washington. Now he's got Garcia on him. Down the right lane line. Floater, good. Dillingham has 7. Kentucky within 3. 37-34 on a 7-0 run are the Wildcats. 4:50 to play. Boots into the front court. Aggies by 3. Stop and go down the right lane line. Boots, hook pass in the left corner. Solo three. Ripped it. Solomon, Washington's second three. He's got 8. The Aggies stop the 7-0 run with a solo three. 40-34 A&M. Dillingham will fire for 3. No good. Lot of Aggies there. Solo to Wade for the board.
Big possession right here. Let's get everybody on the same page so we have an ability to have a predictable shot.
40-34 A&M by 6. Obaseki. Offset left side. Now at the top of the arc. Stop and go on Onyenso. And he has that shot blocked. 2 Wildcats there. Up the left side. The arrow to the hoop. Rejected. Anderson Garcia. 3 on 2 A&M. 4. 3 on the right wing. Buried it. Fourth. 3 for 4. 43-34 A&M.
How about Anderson's hustle to get back and block that?
Andy's coming, and it becomes a 3 on the other end after the block. Shepard inside on Onyenso on Washington. Spins, left it short. Rebound Solo.
And we got a traffic cop out there. Wade's got both hands up. Stop. Slow down.
3.5 to play. You said it was key, John. They're back up 9 after Kentucky cut it to 3. Obaseki will reset. Picked up by Dillingham at half court. 10 on the shot clock. Manny goes to work. Manny spins. Glass. Nope. Out to Boots. Boots has to let it fly. Does. And hits it at the horn. Aggies have a 46-34 lead.
That's a way to get that clock to your advantage.
Going to be a 2 right now. Paint. Wagner. Continuation. Count it. On a drive on the right side. Everybody gets a break with 2:59 to play here in the first. The Aggies have a 45-36 lead on the Kentucky Wildcats. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go. Now you can get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. Alongside Dr. John Thornton, I'm Andrew Monaco. The Aggies have a 45-36 lead on the Kentucky Wildcats, 2:59 until halftime.
So less is more in help defense for the Aggies because it's one-on-one. We have done a great job of getting back. They've only had 4 points attributed to fast break. But when you get all excited and you want to cover and you want to help your teammate, well, you can over-help in this situation, and that's where the 3 shots coming from. And that's Shepard. You got to worry about him. Let who's covering the ball cover the ball. And then when they get deep into the paint, that's where the help comes from. You cannot step out there prematurely.
I told you that teams that don't always run, and we saw the Aggies pick up the pace in the 3-game winning streak at the end of the conference, now a 4-game winning streak. Fast break points are 16-6 Texas A&M, right?
Yeah.
And again, Jacques Vaughn taught me a long time ago, teams that run and gun, do not like being run back on, and the Aggies have done it, but they've done it judiciously, have they not?
We have to, and we got to keep that in mind, too. They want to intimidate you by just speed it up, go, go, go. Well, you're right back at them, and we have guys that are really good in open floor.
DJ Wagner, he hit the bucket and the foul before the timeout. Anderson Garcia with his second. And DJ Wagner is 80% in conference, 76 on the season. Hits the free throw, completing the three-point play. He's got 6, and the Aggies lead by 8, 45-37. Tyrese Radford, now a double team on him, so he pitches up ahead to Wade. Cross-court pass on the left side to Obaseki. To Boots. Boots at the top of the arc. Kentucky's changed the defense, and impeding Boots on a drive to the right lane line is Edwards. 9th team foul on Kentucky. Another 1-and-1 for Tyrese Radford.
So we've talked about their length, their finesse, they're big in every position, but what happens when we get them in a rotation where they have to change switch? That's a bad matchup. Edwards, 6'6", guarding Tyrese, with the ball out front. There's no way he can stay in front of him or contain him.
And again, that's the experience of Boots against a freshman Edwards. Front end of a 1-and-1 from Boots. Hits that one.
I was bragging on left-handed shooters yesterday and how pretty their form is. We're going to miss that little flick of the wrist and pose after a free throw.
That's why I'm trying to take in every single second of this grad season for Boots Radford. In and out, no good. Kept alive, solo, but to Shepard. 46-37 A&M with 2:35 to play on the left wing. Dillingham gets by Obaseki, met at the rim by Washington. He lays it in. Dillingham has 9. I thought Dillingham dragged Kentucky into that overtime, end of regulation with big shot after big shot.
Yeah, he's a player.
46-39. Aggies by 7. Obaseki. Dillingham goes over the screen. Obaseki has it blocked right to Coleman, and Manny to the line on the baseline. Owen Short calls the foul. 2 free throws for Manny Obaseki.
That's one thing about his hang time. He gives you plenty of opportunity to foul him because he stays up so high for so long.
Foul on Fierro.
It's a foul. We saw the overhead camera on the replay monitor.
But these plucky underachievers, the Wildcats, I don't know how the officiating is so much against them. I don't know how they're going to overcome it.
They're not used to success in large numbers. They're not spoiled by any means, right?
46-39, Manny Obaseki, 2 free throws. Aggies by 7. In and out. 5 points in this first half for Obaseki. He's been in double figures in each of the last 5 games. Starting with the 11 against South Carolina, 12 at Georgia, 17 against Mississippi State, 25 at Ole Miss, and a dozen last night against the Rebels. Second of 2 free throws as the Aggies are in the double bonus. One of the big rocks by Buzz. Second is good by a left-hander. 47-39, A&M by 8. 2:10 left in this first half. Shepard top of the arc. Double team of Coleman and Taylor. Coleman then goes back to protect the rim. On the right wing, it is Dillingham in front of the Aggie bench and Buzz Williams. Jump pass. Shepard catch and shoot 3 off the heel. And Solo snares that rebound. Number 5 for him.
I like it walking up here. Under 2 minutes.
Shepard threw a fastball, or he got a fastball from Dillingham. Stop and go 4, kick into the left corner, Solo 3, nope, to Shepard. 1-on-2 with Obaseki and Taylor back. And blocked by Solo, but a foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Shepard. Did you see the communication of Four and Manny about who was going to take Shepard, the ball handler?
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what, this guy is impressive, though. I mean, when they talked about him, he likes to finish with his left hand on the right side of the right side of the rim. Kind of reminds me of your guy, Manu, when he would just do the unexpected,
Thank you for calling him my guy.
Well,
I appreciate that.
He's one of my favorites too, but you had a personal relationship with him. I watched it from afar.
Normally, my guy is always someone who's like a devil, someone like that. You use that on me.
Well, you should never mention anybody in passing or casually, because he's always going to be your guy.
47-40. Aggies by 7 after 1 of 2 by Shepard. Protecting the basketball, kick into the left corner. Solo denies the 3. 1:15 left first half. Aggies 47, Kentucky 40. 7 on the shot clock. Boots at the top of the arc. In-out dribble with the right hand. He scoops with the left hand. Left it too strong. Rebound by DJ Wagner. Into the front court in the middle of the floor. Wagner at the top of the arc. Wagner flares to his left. Pass to Ivasic, who picks up. Driving into the lane, Shepard. Shepard kicks back to Wagner. Wagner in between the circles. Now attacks down the left lane line. Protects the basketball. No good. Solo with a rebound. He's fouled on that rebound. 2 free throws at the other end. Solomon Washington, rebound number 6.
Hey, we know they pay attention to scouting reports, but Buzz and the coaches were harping on just play. Don't anticipate a call. Just go make plays, be physical with it, and sometimes it works out. Great hustle by Solo on the offside.
The Aggies came in. We know their offensive rebounding prowess. Their offensive rebounding percentage is over 42%, .422. But, John, their defensive rebounding percentage is .718. That's 3rd in the conference. And Buzz kind of challenged this team to get better on the defensive glass. And that's why you get turkeys when it's one and done for the other team. Solo in and out, misses the free throw.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of things that it's always a focus. If you're going to be a good basketball team, you're going to have to board. And Buzz has always taught it's team rebounding, it's guards rebounding. Challenged Boots today. He's averaging about 9 boards here in the last 4 games.
Solo gets another. Aggies up 47-40 with 53 seconds left in this first half. The second is good for Solomon Washington. So Solo has 9, along with 6 rebounds. 48-40, Texas A&M by 8. 50 seconds left in this first half. Dillingham to Mitchell, foul line extended left side. Back up top to Dillingham. Dillingham using an Ivasic screen. Up top to Wagner. Wagner backs out to the center jump circle. Wagner offset left side. Now skips back to his right. Drives on Jace Carter. Pass is smothered by Washington. Saved by Wagner on the baseline. Out to Shepard. On the right side, catch by Dillingham. Attacks on the right wing. Scoops. They left it shorts. So that's Wade talking to both Solomon Washington and Jace Carter. Got to be aware of where you are right there. They have to protect the rim, but as you said, John, everything else is one-on-one. Gone is cover 2. Gone is the double team. It's got to be one-on-one. That's what Buzz called Code Maroon when he did the pregame interview. Free throw good by Dillingham. 78%. He's in double figures with 10, 48-41. But as Buzz said and Devin Johnson said, we do that every day. Kentucky plays this pace every day. We defend like that every single day. That's why I said strength on strength.
Yeah, and what happens is you have different ways you nuance your half-court defense. You got to keep remembering who you're playing and how we're defending them today.
2 of 2 from Dillingham.
All right,
11 points for him, 48-42.
One shot.
Aggies in the double bonus. Kentucky's in the bonus. Mitchell comes out to help Shepard as Boots comes across the timeline. No more shot clock. Boots between the legs twice. 15 left in the half. On the left side, Wade. Wade's in front of John Calipari. Deep 3 on the left side. No good. A little too quick. 10 left in the half. Dillingham the other way. Crosses over Coleman to the left baseline. Underneath. Kick out 3. DJ Wagner. No. Aggies. Tyrese Radford with the rebound. 48-42 Aggies at the half.
Wow. Can we breathe now?
Maybe.
It's unbelievable pace. Great toughness. Both teams are back at you, trying to curb momentum as it occurs. Everybody's risen on both sides. A&M has stemmed the tide when they needed to. Great effort this first 20.
48-42, Texas A&M leads Kentucky. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all along the Texas A&M Sports Network. Halftime's next. Fighting Texas Aggies 48, the Kentucky Wildcats 42. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
The Warehouse at CC Creations, a preferred partner of Texas A&M Athletics, is the Guinness World Record holder for the largest collegiate retail store in the world. With 28,750 square feet, the Warehouse offers thousands of products for every Aggie and every Aggie occasion. T-shirts, caps, drinkware, polos, crew necks, gifts, tailgating, graduation. It's a shopping experience like no other in the world. An Aggie tradition and your game day headquarters. Stop by the Warehouse or visit us online at thewarehouse@cc.com.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
On the Texas A&M Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Texas A&M Halftime Report. Here's the voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco.
48-42 lead on the Kentucky Wildcats through 20 minutes of basketball with another 20 minutes to come. I'm going to give you the double-figure scores in the first half and then a couple of numbers that I think are key from that first half. Aggies are being led by Wade Taylor IV. He has 18 points, 7 of 14 for the floor, 4 of 9 beyond the arc. A couple of assists as well for Wade. 12 points for Tyrese Boots Radford. It's 30 points for the backcourt for Texas A&M. Boots has 5 of his 12 from the free throw line. 9 for Solomon Washington. He also grabbed 6 rebounds in that first half. 16 of 37 are the Aggies. That's 43% from the floor. 8 of 16 beyond the arc is 50%. 8 of 13 from the line is 62%. For Kentucky, off the bench, it's Reed Shepard with 14 and Rob Dillingham with 11. Those two in double figures. Kentucky is 15 of 31 from the floor in the first half, 48%. 6 of 14 beyond the arc and 6 of 9 from the line. The rebounds in this game are 22-20 Texas A&M, so +2 overall, but a 6-3 advantage in offensive rebounds. This, I think, is a key number. The second chance points, 13-1. 6 offensive rebounds have become 13 points for the Aggies, 3 offensive rebounds for Kentucky, 1. And in a team that plays so fast, Kentucky, the Aggies +9 in fast break points, 16-7. I mentioned Solomon Washington with 9 points and 6 rebounds, and when we come back, his teammate Wade Taylor talks about the influence that Solomon Washington has, not just on a game, but on his teammates. Aggies lead 48-42. Wade talks about Solo when we return. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Aggie fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Aggies or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Texas A&M Aggies. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Texas A&M University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime continues here at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, the 2024 SEC Men's Basketball Tournament between Texas A&M and Kentucky. We thank you for staying with us. I'm Andrew Monaco. Wade Taylor IV, first team All-SEC. He influences games on all ends of the floor. And so does his teammate Solomon Washington. And Wade talks about the impact that Solo has not just on the game, but also on his teammates.
Solo's been tremendous this whole year. His growth has been phenomenal, and I'm just excited that he's on our side. Tonight he's going to bring a lot of energy, I already know. I think he's just overwhelming the other team.
Can it be infectious to the rest of his teammates?
Oh, for sure. It can be infectious to the teammates and the coaches. You know, when we see Solo doing Solo things, man, it's just exciting to see.
When we come back, Dr. John Thornton previews the second half of the Aggies and the Kentucky Wildcats. Stay with us. This is Aggie Basketball from Learfield.
Howdy, Ags. This is Andrew Monaco, the voice of your Texas Aggies, inviting you to turn your meals into celebrations by visiting 44steaks.com or the 44 Farms retail store in Cameron, Texas. Ags, you can enjoy the same premium, all-natural Angus beef with no added hormones or antibiotics that is served in many of the finest restaurants in the country. 44 Farms, the official beef of Texas A&M Athletics.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Texas A&M has a 48-42 halftime lead on the Kentucky Wildcats with our SeatGeek second half straight ahead. Along with Dr. John Thornton, I'm Andrew Monaco. Aggies by 6. Not sure they could have done anything better in that first half. John, they did what this coaching staff laid out for them. It's one thing to have it all laid out, but you got to execute. And the Aggies, I thought, did that in the first half.
They did. It's interesting. You go back to the game in Reed Arena. We scored 46 points in the first half. We have 48 now, but the execution's been really, really good. Focus on the transition opportunities that Kentucky has or has not. They've only had 2 points off of turnovers, so we give them no juice because we only have 2 turnovers, right? So we forced 8 or they made 8.
Yes.
But we've kept that. We're getting more shots because we're offensive rebounding at a high level, more than them. We doubled them up 6-3. But we have 37 shots to their 31 because we're getting shots. We're taking advantage of the possessions, and we're not giving them a broken floor to make their transition opportunities increase.
I mentioned this at the top of halftime. It's 16-7 fast break points plus 9 A&M. But, John, second chance points are 13-1 Aggies, and in a 6-point game, I think those 2 numbers are key from that first half.
Without a doubt. And what I would say here is you would think they would have more points because of the way it's been playing. It's a frenetic place.
It is.
It really is. And, I mean, when you say that, you would think that would be advantage Kentucky.
Correct.
We've been very smart decision-making in this pace. We need to continue that in the second half.
Our SeatGeek second half is straight ahead. Aggies 48, Kentucky 42. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck. Based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Tonight's second half is brought to you by SeatGeek, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Texas A&M Athletics. And the Aggies carry a 6-point lead into our SeatGeek second half, 48-42. Texas A&M leads Kentucky by 6. This will probably be the understatement on this Friday evening. An important next 20 minutes for Texas A&M.
and something being redundant. I make a living off of being redundant, right? But it's going to go fast, Andrew. It really is.
John,
it's amazing how fast the day has gone from being here yesterday to here. It's like a blur.
Yeah.
That first half was a blur.
It was. And with that pace, like you say, to have just 2 turnovers for the team that doesn't play that pace says an awful lot. Kentucky with 10 of them. Hey, a little earlier today, we'll call it our St. Joseph Health SEC tournament recap. Mississippi State eliminates the top seed Tennessee 73-56. And the final game of that afternoon session, it was all Auburn, 86-55 over South Carolina. Now, those 2 teams that lost, they know what's going to be. Their name's going to get called on Sunday. Right. So is Mississippi State, so is Auburn. The Aggies hope their name is called on Sunday in that field of 68. Kentucky, first possession. They shoot to the basket to our right in front of their bench. They're in the home whites with a Kentucky blue. Reeves, paint, floater, short, rebound on Yenso. Had it, lost it. Back out to Wagner, shuffles left side, Reeves for 3. Nestles home. Antonio Reeves, he had 6 early, and then he sat for much of that first half with 2 personal fouls. But he pulls Kentucky within 3, 48-45. 18 in the first half by Wade. Slips inside, Levesque with the hook. No good. Got his own, goes back, count it. Wildens Levesque follows his own. 50-45 A&M.
He works so hard. Good for him. Success.
Double team develops. Taylor and Levesque stripped by Wade. Foul at half courts. Says Owen Short in front of the official scorers table. Wade's second.
A little bit of
that was a change.
Yeah, get your attention a little bit. That little double team there at midcourt. We've been pretty passive in the half-court setting.
But it's across a timeline. It's by a sideline. It's a great time to double team. First on the Aggies in this second half. Wagner takes the inbound from Edwards. Justin Edwards, who got on Yenso. Down the left lane line. Drive. Fierro up and out. He was met at the rim by Manny Obaseki. He'll have to earn his points from the free throw line.
That's the drive. You know, they don't even need a ball screen. They have the ability to pick and choose when they try to penetrate. And it's the score first, but it's also to drop it off or dish it off.
I know we played just half the game, but they average nearly 16 fast break points per game, 5th in the nation. They average 37 points in the paint for the game. I'll update those where we are. Fierro gets the free throw. 14 paint points and 7 fast break points through 20 minutes. Fierro, 2 points, both of them from the line. He's 2 of 3 from the stripe. He went 1 for 2 in the first half. 50-46 A&M, 50-47 A&M. 2 of 2 from the line for Fierro. First 2 fouls in this second half to Texas A&M. Boots, Washington. Obaseki, Levesque, and Taylor for the Aggies in this second half. Crossover Boots. Boots into the paint. Boots all the way to the basket. Scoops and scores. And Boots and Fierro. Fierro was laying on Boots. Aggies really wanted an and one on that.
Kind of changed them up a little bit. Usually we set a high ball screen with the post player. We sent Manny up to be the high ball screener. So that's a look that I have not seen. So that was a little wrinkle there.
Oh, man, Onyenso should have gotten a foul. And then Fierro falls on Boots after the play. Onyenso bodied him to the trailer. Fierro challenges Levesque. That's a foul on Levesque. 3 in this first half for the Aggies.
We played about 3 minutes before a foul was called. It changed the pace and the ability to whistle people up this early start of the second half.
52-47, Texas A&M by 5, a minute and a half into our SeatGeek second half. Fierro back at the line where he just hit 2. He's 3 for 4 from the line. Is Adu Fierro. First, good. .52-48, Anderson Garcia off the bench comes in for the Aggies. Wildens Levesque comes out. Levesque, couple of points, 3 rebounds. Fierro gets another free throw. That one's good as well, so he's made all 4 in this second half. 5 points for him, all from the line. 52-49, A&M by 3. 18:30 to play in our second half. Top of the arc, it is Boots. Crosses over twice, tacks Edwards. That is blocked. Out of bounds, Aggies a right baseline inbound.
They like that matchup. They like a 6'6" guarding him.
So you do.
He's going to draw help, so now it's either finish strong, which we know he can, but also look and see where that help's coming from.
So 4 will inbound on the right baseline to Anderson. Anderson in the right corner, dribbles high on the wing, and then goes back up top to Boots. Boots with 4 above foul line extended on the right side. Boots gives the 4 in the paint, and he is slapped. He goes to the line for 2 on Yenso with a reach. Up instead. Coming down hard on that foul is Reeves. That's number 3.
Great job of Wade turning that corner and seeing that he had a gap and tried to finish high.
Had his mind made up and was going to finish strong, right? He's got to finish strong. 2 free throws for 4.
And that's what he's so versatile in how he can hurt you offensively.
First free throw is good by Wade Taylor IV. His first free throw, he went 8 for 8 yesterday in the 80-71 win. 31 against Kentucky. He also had 6 rebounds and 5 assists in that win at Reed Arena. 2 of 2 from the line for Wade.
We'll see what A&M does defensively this time down the floor. They ran that little run and jump just to start the half.
Reeves out with 3.
Looks like just man-to-man straight.
With Wagner, Fierro, Dillingham, Onyenso, and Edwards. Wagner and Dillingham, freshmen. Edwards are freshmen as well. Onyenso and Fierro are sophomores for John Calipari. Dillingham on the left wing. Zips back out. Fierro attacks on the left wing on Boots. Side by side. Cuts him off. And did he step out of bounds?
Yes,
he did. But again, the effectiveness as that double team came over. But Boots had the one-on-one defense, correct?
Right, and it's towards the basket. It's not trying to stop him out early. He'll draw a crowd, but it's late in the drive.
54-49, A&M by 5. 17:50 to play. Wade across the timeline. Boots gets him free. The 3 is too strong. Deep rebound. Solo has it. That's his 7th rebound. His first offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity for the Aggies. Manny attacks on the right wing. Now backs out. Crosses over to the right baseline. Spins. Off glass. Too short. Has it. Lost it. Last touch by Onyenso. Aggies will keep it. It'll be a side out in front of their bench.
Great job of getting into the lane. Tried to use the glass off high. I mean, there's some hands up there. Great job battling it and keeping it alive.
It's a 7-footer.
Yes.
Ugana Onyenso, the sophomore from Nigeria. Wade will inbound in front of the Aggie bench near that right sideline, or right corner. And he gets to Garcia high on the right wing. Hands back off to 4. Gives to Manny on the right wing beyond the arc. Manny swings through to his left. Attacks, gets into the paint from the left side, and he jammed it! Oh, baby! Mo rams it home!
That'll get your attention. Going left, he's powerful.
56-49 A&M. Jump pass. Fierro on the right wing. Cross court. Edwards from 7. No. Battle. Anderson Garcia. Rebound number 6. One and done for the Aggies. Up 7. 56-49. Wade attacks. Wade over on Yenso. Bounces off. Fierro with the rebound. Fierro up the left side. Wagner. Both Boots and Obaseki are back. So Wagner will wait for teammates. To Dillingham, straight away, down the left lane line, inside, hits off on Yenso's shoulder. Here comes Manny, one-on-one on Wagner. Pocket pass back to Boots for 3. In and out, no good. Love the unselfishness.
Manny had so much confidence in it, he didn't crash the boards hard.
He didn't, unfortunately.
Yep.
56-49. Double team on Yenso. Hands back off to Wagner. Wagner in the paint, trailing on Yenso, hits. 56-51, Aggies by 5. as we approach 16 minutes to play. Wade across the timeline. One of the few times it's been slow. Pitch on the left wing. Boots to his right. Still beyond the arc. Pounds the dribble above foul line extended right in front of John and I. Boots in the etched out SEC logo to 4 on the right wing. 4. Dribbles it off Wagner's sneaker. 5 to shoot when the Aggies and the Wildcats come back on the floor. 15:47 to play in the second half. It's the Aggies 56. It's the Wildcats 51. And this is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
This is Hayden Hefner. You're listening to Aggie Basketball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
H and the Aggies lead by 5, 56-51 with 15:47 to play in our second half. Texas Farm Bureau members get up to 2 free tickets to select Texas A&M athletic events. Submit your name, your member ID, and the game of your choice at 12man.com/member benefits. Now this offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members, so become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner, Texas A&M Athletics. 1 official timeout down. You say you always talk about these games. They go fast. Well, we just played 4+ minutes. Aggies have the 5-point lead.
Yeah, you lost one point since halftime, but you got the ball here. Good possession, 5 seconds.
Boots in front of the official scores table. 5 to shoot as Wade comes free. Gets to him in the etched out logo. He spins. Locked free on the deck. He'll throw it towards the hoop. Saved, and as Solomon Washington went underneath the basket, he tried to save it. It hit the back of the backboard, and that is out of bounds. 56-51. A&M with the lead. Kentucky with the ball. 15:30 left. Trey Mitchell hands off. Reed Shepard. Shepard in that first half. 14. Pitch and catch out to Dillingham. 3 on the left wing. In and out, no good. Manny Obaseki with a rebound.
One shot's critical. Did a great job. He only had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half.
High post left side Garcia. Anderson still has his dribble. Anderson will dribble and hand off to Boots in between the circles. Wagner went over the screen and Boots reverses all the way to the hoop with the left hand. He scoops and scores. Boots gives the Aggies a 58-51 lead.
In spite of 9 block shots, Kentucky has still attacking them at the rim.
16 for Tyrese. 7-point Aggie lead with 14:45. Dillingham, baseline zip at the feet of Shepard. Second time he zipped a pass to Reed. 3 left wing is no good. Offensive rebound, Trey Mitchell. Kicks out to Dillingham. Gives to Ivasic, and he lays it in from the right block.
There's an offensive rebound. Can never take a play off in this game.
6 second chance points for Kentucky. 19 for Texas A&M. 58-53. Blitzed at Wade. Wade's going to attack on the left wing. Up top, Washington gives back to Boots. Kentucky fans want to travel. There wasn't one. Boots all the way to the hoop. Off the window and in. Tyrese Boots. Radford with 18. 60-53 A&M. Shepard into the front court. Crosses over on Boots. Return pass. Dillingham. 3 offset left side is no good. Ivasic. He is fouled. Here we go again. Is this a displacement on Texas A&M? Garcia, he gets called for hitting on the forearm. Who did he hit? Ivasic? And Washington down behind the play, and Boots looks like he's twisting his ankle.
No, he's got a cramp in his gap. That's Eddie's job, but Tyrese wasn't waiting for him out there.
Boots, I'm going to play offense, defense, trainer.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
Has anybody got some pickle juice to give him? Let's go.
Those are some memories for you, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess that's a homemade remedy. I don't know.
Yeah, homemade that people swear by. Solo as Buzz Williams out there with Eddie Benyon, Aggie trainer. I have no idea what Rock can do right here except make Solo laugh.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of things whenever
it's that calf, isn't
it?
it?
You get it to loosen up or stop cramping, and then as soon as you step on it, cramps again.
It's hard because you can't get enough fluids.
Well, you
can't catch up.
About you will never have that problem because you hydrate through most basketball games.
Depending on the 3 officials, sometimes there's more, right?
Oh, I thought, it's aggregation, both things together.
Yes,
right?
it is. Ivasic at the line, the foul on Anderson Garcia, his 3rd.
No, it was interesting that Tyrese attacking the rim in spite of the 9 block shots. His composure when he's in the air, it's like freeze frame. I'm looking at the rim now. I'm looking at the backboard. I'm making contact, and now what angle am I going to use? How soft am I going to put it off the glass? It's like everything just stops. If 7-footer or not, he still gets the ball where it needs to be on the rim, on the glass.
He's got to process it quickly, but to your point, the game kind of slows down.
It really
for him,
does.
Doesn't it?
It does. And that touch is just unbelievable.
Ivasic at the line for 2. Ivasic from Croatia.
Might be the best free throw form for 7-2 that I've seen.
60-54 A&M. But he doesn't get a roll. Partner. Again, the timing is impeccable.
Back at you.
60-54. Aggies by 6. 13:50 to play. Coleman is in for Washington. Wade in the wake of Levesque. Up top, Boots, Shepard on him. So he's going to back him out to the center jump circle. Bring Levesque up to set a screen. Boots skips to his right. Boots crosses over in the paint. 10-footer in the lane, and he is fouled by Reed Shepard.
I like it. He didn't go all the way mid-post area. He took Shepard to that spot, and he's going to get in there and just use the body. You're going to have to go through his arm and shoulder to get that shot.
Shepard gets his arm. You know what? I'm done with justifying fouls against Kentucky. It's a foul. But here's the other thing. Free throw. Boots misses. He'll get another. This kid's a grad student. This kid is all SEC. You know what? If there's a benefit of the doubt, and because he attacks, advantage Boots. That's a freshman. This is game number 32 for him. It's 132 for Boots. Advantage to the experienced guy. Boots gets the second, left-hander. Guess that's a fall. 19. I say that because it just doesn't seem like the Aggies get benefits like that.
I agree.
Although watching, I think Q helped change that in his 3 years. 61-54 A&M. 7-point lead with 13:20 to play.
A&M's gone to their 1-2-2.
With Carter up top. Shepard to Dillingham, straight away 3, 4 runs at him, and Dillingham hits his second 3. 14 for Rob Dillingham, 61-57. It's a 4-point Aggie lead, 13 minutes to play. These fans never expected this. Wade attacks Ivasic. Wade high off the window, no good. Offensive rebound, Coleman. He got Mitchell in the air. He's hammered. He's going to the line. Good nice patience, Henry Coleman III.
Yeah, be there. You got our two bigs in there. Wilden's in, Henry. That's some force in there. Made him pay for it. Now go knock the free throws down. It's a sit-down moment.
It is.
The crowd's just looking for something to get a spark. And getting that rebound, that offensive opportunity back with offensive glass. Now knock him down.
First trip to the line for Henry Coleman. In and out and back in. First point. Big Hen. Radford will leave. 12:53. Probably just through the media timeout, right?
They're doing a great job. The timeouts have been used well to rest also.
Bounces in for Henry. 60.
Use it, baby. 63, all four corners of the rim.
All four corners. 63-57 A&M. 12:40 left in this second half. Shepard backs out. He's in front of the official scores table. Lob, Ivasic. Man, that's a pretty good play. 5 for him. Shepard with that 47-foot lob to the rim. 63-59, A&M by 4. 12:25 left. Carter on a curl. Instead on the left wing, it's Obaseki to his right. Obaseki free throw line. Obaseki measures Ivasic, goes up and under and in from the left side. Manny Obaseki in double figures for the 6th straight game. 65-59 A&M. Dillingham left elbow. Picks up the dribble. Bounce to Shepard in the etched out SEC logo. He's got Coleman on him. Half the shot clock gone. 12 minutes to play. 65-59 A&M. Shepard, paint deflected by Coleman. Saved underneath the basket. Dillingham from the right side is no good. Only Henry Coleman is there for the rebound. Taylor into the front court in the wake of Coleman. He attacks down the left lane line. A little floater off the glass and in. Wade on the left side, off the bank and in. And the Aggies have a 67-59 lead on Kentucky with 11:35 to play. Straightaway Shepard attacks. Hick pass in the left corner. 3, no good. Offensive rebound Mitchell. And fouled from behind by Henry Coleman III. It brings us to a timeout with 11:29 to play in our second half. And Texas A&M leads the 2 seed and the highest seed left in this tournament. 67-59. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
You know what?
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Aggie fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Aggies or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Texas A&M Aggies. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Would you like to learn how AI-driven financial strategies can empower you to meet evolving challenges with confidence? OneStream can help you do just that. It's the next generation intelligent finance platform that streamlines corporate performance management processes such as planning, forecasting, financial close, and consolidation. Choose the smarter option. Choose OneStream. Go to onestream.com/AI and streamline your business today.
67-59, Texas A&M leads Kentucky with 11:29 to play in our second half. Time for our Wells Fargo Between the Baselines. Wells Fargo is the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. John, the Aggies have hit 8 threes, so that means that's 24 points. But they also have 24 points in the paint. They go hand in hand, don't they?
They really do. If you have the ability to call their bluff on three-point shots falling, in which we're doing a great job, 8 for 16, it's going to spread that floor out. Much like Kentucky tries to do to other people, we've done that to them, and it opens up those lines or lanes to be able to drive, and we've got guys that can put it on the floor and get there.
John, the other Solo's coming back. Was it Mississippi State? He went out with the ankle, and Buzz admitted before that game at Ole Miss, look, we're a different team. With Solo on the floor, you called him an influencer. You always have to know where 13 is on the floor.
There's no question. I mean, even if he doesn't make a play, he impacts a play by his presence, because block shot could be there, a poster could be there with you on the receiving end.
At least, Solo's at least going to sign it for you.
Yeah.
15 foul for the Aggies. It was on Wildens Levesque before the timeout, his second. Reed Shepard inbounds, left baseline. By the lane line, deep inbound to Mitchell, to Dillingham in front of the Kentucky bench. They shoot to the basket to our right. In the paint, 10-footer. Who influenced that but Solomon Washington? Obaseki held ball. Aggie basketball. They get the arrow. 11-18, but Solo affects Dillingham's shot in the paint.
No question. The other part of that is, that is physicality right there. There's nothing easy about coming up with that jump ball.
Boots, Carter, Obaseki, Coleman, and Washington. Wade sitting.
We see zone now. They cannot stay in front of us, so now they've gone 2-3 zone.
Jace fakes the three, goes into the left corner to Obaseki. Trey Mitchell guards him. Up top, Jace swung right side above foul line, extended Boots, all in the perimeter. Feed Coleman at the free throw line as he tries to hit Radford. It's deflected by Onyenso and stolen by Kentucky. Shepard the other way with a three straight away. Short, rebound, Boots. Shepard fell to the floor, and that's a flop. He tried to influence. That's a flop that's not called. 67-59 A&M.
Yeah, they're staying zone.
Boots at the top of the arc, feeds Coleman at the free throw line. Kick out three, Jace, no good. Rebound Mitchell. The right wing three skids off. Dillingham the other way. Dillingham doesn't use the two screens. Attacks on the left wing. And that pass to the wing is stolen by Manny Obaseki. We talk about that length of Manny. You forget that you better get it high enough for that long reach.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't take a timeout to get a zone attack team in here.
Bounce to Boots. Boots all the way to the hoop. Splits a double team. Too strong. Last touch by Kentucky. Aggie basketball with 14 to shoot and 10:05 to play in the second half. A&M's up 67-59. Here comes a zone buster.
Yeah, if we have a few, but this is number one at the top of the list. We'll see if they come out of the zone.
4 is usually, almost always, exclusively the inbounder.
Watch him pick the back of the zone right here.
Left corner three. Too strong. Rebound Mitchell. Back-to-back boards for him. 67-59 A&M, under 10 to play. On the right side, three for Reeves. Too strong. Rebound, Hooma. That's a foul on Kentucky. Yep, Mitchell. As Coleman was going to get it, Mitchell picks up his fourth.
Great job of getting position. You just don't jump. You got to get your body on them. If they're going to get it, they're going to have to come over your back. No, it was perfect setup because they stayed in their 2-3 zone. They picked the back part of the zone. We had Wade step in. Ooh.
Left corner three. You love your chances. Coleman gives to Obaseki. Obaseki attacks down the right lane line. Manny, he attacks, scoops, and scores around Onyenso. Manny Obaseki has 12, and the Aggies lead by 10. 69-59 with 9.5 to play. Wagner between the circles to Reeves. Reeves feeds Mitchell. Obaseki on him, right side of the lane. Mitchell into the right corner, Shepard. Shepard dribbles out of that corner to the wing. Skip across to Wagner. He's between the circles, 10 to shoot. 9:15 left. Aggies plus 10. Wagner dribbles, free throw line, double team. Kick out on the left wing. Shepard, scoop inside. Mitchell, lay it up. He missed it, and a foul. He'll go to the line. They needed all of the 30 seconds. That's advantage A&M. They love to score early. They average 15 seconds per possession. They had to use all 30. Mitchell missed the layup, but he goes to the line.
Great communication as they're switching on the screens and doing a great job of not over-helping, but being there, being a presence to keeping that penetration from occurring.
Well, John, you don't know when the double team's coming. They unleash it on you. They're not doing it all the time in this game, but they've done it more in this second half. Mitchell at the line, first trip this evening. Clang off the heel. Here comes Garcia. Here comes Carter. Out goes Washington. Out goes Coleman. 4-guard lineup with Anderson Garcia. 4 Boots, Carter, Obaseki. Although, Manny, he's really hard to define a position, isn't he?
Yeah, I agree with you. The other thing is what Manny does, free throws made, but what he does, he's so good at that position is he attracts a forward or a small forward, and he's a guard, so his ability to get by them, put it on the floor, his left-handed ability, strength, it's really a problem matchup. That's why they're in a 2-3 zone right now.
69-60 after the free throw by Mitchell, who comes out, and Adu Thiero comes in. Boots to the top of the arc to Obaseki using a Carter screen in the left corner. Four's wide open and rips the three for Wade. That's his 5th three. He's got 25. 72-60 A&M. It's their largest lead. Wagner, left side above foul line extended Reeves. Reeves a better catch and shooter than he is on the dribble. Onyenso on the right wing. Thiero attacks and jams it. 72-62, 8.5 to play. Texas A&M by 10. Boots gets the play call from Buzz.
That was enough zone. Cal's elected to go back man.
You know what? Even in the zone, you got to know where 4 is. Boots crosses over Shepard, stays at the top of the arc. 10 to shoot. He's high on the right wing. Above foul line extended. Kick into the right corner. 3. Jace Carter off the heel. Rebound Reeves. Oh, it's on Reeves.
Pushed him from behind as Tyrese had block-out position.
You always say it. Do your work early. Get in that position. The worst thing that happens, they get a rebound, you got to rush back down. But if he's not there, he never gets that foul on Reeves, correct?
Yeah, you think about getting position, it doesn't happen. You've got to be reacting and moving at all times. Great job by Tyrese.
4th foul on Reeves. The lob to Obaseki beyond the arc. Drives on Onyenso. Little step through. Changes his shot. Won't go. Tipped off the backboard. Out to Boots. Hits 4. Deep 3. Yes! Wade with his 6th 3. 75-62 A&M. 28 for 4. 7:45 to play. Shepard backs out high on the right wing. Guarded by Obaseki. Onyenso comes out. Instead, bounce to Dillingham in the center jump circle. Jump pass to Wagner. Wagner back to Dillingham. A step back 3. No, it's a 2, says Doug Shows. Dillingham. He's got 5 in this second half. 16 for the game. 75-64 A&M. 7:20 to play. An 11-point lead for the Aggies. Taylor in that center jump circle, guarded by DJ Wagner. Left-handed dribble, navigates, kick out. Jace, right wing 3. Jace! Trace! His first points, and the Aggies have a 78-64 lead. Timeout, Kentucky.
That's trust in Jace. Come up short a couple of times. Still found him on the penetration. That's how much confidence they have in him.
But it is that penetration in the pitch. John, the 12th assist, and Jace hitting the 3, and the Aggies 11 of 24 beyond the arc. It's 78-64 with 7:07 to play. The Aggies with a 14-point lead. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
On game day, there's nothing better than cheering on the Aggies courtside with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cold, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea for the 12th man. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Like the 12th man, Valero stands ready right now. We are proud to partner with Texas A&M Athletics because together we are leading tomorrow with actions today. That's how we're changing the game right now. 78-64 Texas A&M. This is the largest lead of the game. 7:07 to play. My partner always says right about now, it goes fast.
It will. It can't go fast enough for me right now. Bottom line, nothing's changed. It's going to be real physical play. Take nothing for granted. You go hard. Don't expect any kind of fouls. Got to finish.
78-60 Texas A&M. Shepard goes up top. Dillingham back to Shepard. Into the paint. Kick out to Dillingham. A flyby by 4. That allows Dillingham to get in the paint. He lost the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Aggie basketball.
Great pressure. Great ball pressure. Force that error right there.
Dillingham got into the paint, lost control, and the Aggies let it roll. And it brings us to another timeout with 6:49 to play in our second half. 78-64, Texas A&M leads the Kentucky Wildcats. And the Aggies have possession when we return to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Texas, when you hear that sound, it's time to run to Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer. Hurry in for a stampede of savings on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Get behind the wheel of Ford Super Duty and Ford F-150. Built Ford tough and made for every truck-loving Texan. Come join the stampede and get the best deals on a new Ford truck based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
The Warehouse at CC Creations, a preferred partner of Texas A&M Athletics, is the Guinness World Record holder for the largest collegiate retail store in the world. With 28,750 square feet, the Warehouse offers thousands of products for every Aggie and every Aggie occasion. T-shirts, caps, drinkware, polos, crew necks, gifts, tailgating, graduation. It's a shopping experience like no other in the world. An Aggie tradition and your game day headquarters. Stop by the Warehouse or visit us online at thewarehouse@cc.com.
It's soccer, I feel like my soul. It's soccer, now I'm taking control. Gonna do it right, gonna keep it clean. Treat my body like a fire machine. It's soccer, I feel like my soul.
Fix Vodka, the only pure alkaline vodka created and bottled in Texas. Clean and pure, a great way to spice up any party.
Fix Vodka.
Get your fix.
The official craft beer of Texas A&M Athletics is Block T Blondale. We've named it after the iconic Block T formation made famous by the Fightin' Texas Aggie Band in this refreshing Blondale, which is made in collaboration with Revolver Brewing, can be found on draft. Bluebell Park, Davis Diamond. That's throughout the remainder of the year. You'll also find it special locations in Bryan College Station. Block T Blondale, the official craft beer of Texas A&M Athletics. Aggies have a 78-64 lead. John, 6:49 remaining. What becomes utmost for the Aggies from here on out?
I think decision making. I mean, you don't want to, pull in any kind of aggressive play, but just be smart with time on clock and what you got. You'd love to go to the line if you don't have an opportunity to have these open shots that we're getting because of penetration. Still look for the penetration. Be smart in distributing.
Tyrese brings the ball into the front court, guarded by DJ Wagner. Carter sets a screen, boots to his left. Stops at the left elbow, backs out beyond the arc. Half the shot clock on, 6.5 to play. 78-64, Texas A&M. 10 on the shot clock. Yo-yo, back and right. Right hand, left hand, back to the right hand. Boots, stop and go. Underneath the hoop. Oh, he measured that beautifully over Justin Edwards. 80-64. Aggies have a 16-point lead. 6:15 to play. Boots has 21. Dillingham Runs into Garcia, loses it out of bounds, and a blocking foul. Will be team foul 7 on A&M, a 1-and-1 for Dillingham, and the 4th on Anderson Garcia.
Earlier in the half, I was talking about his ability to just freeze frame it when he uses the glass. That was another great example of that. No rush, clock dripping away. He knew exactly where he's going. You can't keep him from getting there.
It's not quite a pump fake. It's almost like a delay as Dillingham hits the front end of a 1-and-1.
It's a hang,
isn't
right?
it?
Yeah.
Edwards he's anticipating because he's watched Boots do this time and again. Edwards can't defend that any better.
No. Give credit to Tyrese. Just have that uncanny touch.
6:08 to play. 80-65, make it 80-66 as Dillingham makes both, and he's got 18. 7 in this second half. 14-point Aggie lead. Now a little four-court pressure for Kentucky. Boots gets it from Obaseki. Double team develops, so he pitches across the floor to 4 in the front court. And he's fouled on the drive by Dillingham. That is the 6th team foul on Kentucky.
I mean, it's great to do that, to challenge them, because you want to get to that line. Who's going to win the free throw contest late game?
Kentucky is 77% as a team, 3rd in the SEC, behind only Missouri and Alabama.
Kentucky's gone small to guard A&M. They couldn't do it with the bigs.
The inbound to Coleman on the right wing, Carter. Carter's guarded by Edwards, gets to the right baseline, between the legs to Shedham. Goes back up top, high on the right wing to 4. 4's guarded by Dillingham, between the legs. 4, step back 3 from the right wing. 4 missed it. Carter gets knocked down. It hits off Wagner the other way. Nearly stolen. Dillingham, pass, Shepard to Wagner, attacks on the right wing, straight away Dillingham, 3. Got it. 80-69, an 11-point Aggie lead. 4, attacks Mitchell, glass, good for Wade. Wade's got 30. 82-69 A&M.
Shepard's only had one shot in the second half.
And turned that one down before the Dillingham 3. Double team on Mitchell. Kick out Shepard. Shepard, foul line extended. Dillingham, deep 3, left side is good. He did this at Reed Arena. 4 threes for him, 24 for Dillingham, 82-72. Navigating in the backcourt, knocked down by Edwards. It's a 1-and-1.
I mean, you can't get mad.
Oh, Doug Shouse may have just given Cal a warning. I thought he was going to tee him up.
Well, I think he was hollering at his player. He was. I mean, you know it's in the scattering report. Get away from him when Wade backs, gets over into your running lane.
Edwards 3rd, 1-and-1 for Wade, who will tuck his jersey in. 82-72 A&M. 4:55 to play.
No, it's an interesting concept. Kentucky playing as small as they are. It's the only way they can defend this half court.
First. No, rebound Wade. First miss of the tournament. 82-72, 4:50. Now Dillingham brings the ball into the front court to Shepard. Front of the center jump circle. Mitchell comes up high to set a screen. Carter switches. Dillingham in the paint. Dumps down low. Edwards with a dunk. His first points, 82-74. Boots will bring the ball into the front court. Aggies by 8.
Can't help up.
Boots in the backcourt, crosses over, splits a couple defenders. Kick on the right wing. That's Manny Obaseki, who calls a timeout with 4:22 to play. Texas A&M 82, Kentucky 74. 30-second timeout. Texas A&M will stretch it to a full 82-74 A&M, 4:22 to play. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2023. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC. No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Este es Anderson García. Estás escuchando Aggie Basketball and Texas A&M Sport Network.
The lead is Ocho. 82-74. Texas A&M leads Kentucky. 4:22 to play. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Texas A&M Sports Network. Eight-point advantage for the Aggies. They have the ball. Front court inbound. 4:22 to play. 18 to shoot. The 8-point lead. 4 will inbound. Obaseki, Washington, Garcia, and Radford in a line above the three-point arc. Shooting to the basket to our left are the Aggies in their black fighting Texas Aggie uniforms. Boots brings the ball into the front court. Picked up by Dillingham. Washington with a screen. Bounce to Solo at the free throw line. Solo attacks, puts it up and in. He double clutched and put it in. Solo in double figures with 11, his first points of the second half. 84-74 A&M. 4 minutes to play. Dillingham, short corner, inside, laid up and in by Trey Mitchell. And that's where Dillingham penetrates.
Right here, full court pressure here.
Looping pass, deflected by Ivasic, stolen into the front court. Reeves attacks. Reeves fouled by Solo. He's getting 2 free throws. Solo, I think he had all ball. Not that it matters because I'm not wearing stripes.
Yeah, Wade made a cross-court pass and anticipating Manny to come meet the basketball. But unfortunately, turns it opportunity at the line for Kentucky.
3:46 to play, 84-76. And Reeves is 4th in the SEC from the line. It's the first. You almost feel like with Antonio Reeves, he missed his 1 for the game, right?
Right. That's it.
He's not going to miss 2.
Maybe 1 for the tournament.
Yeah. He gets another. 84-77. Masterful substitution by Cal. Ivasic with the steal. 84-78. Aggies have the ball. Full court pressure by Kentucky. Lob to half court. Anderson catches in the front court. Gives to Tyrese, laying up, and then he's fouled, counted, and 1.
How about that race to the middle of the floor? Anderson, a gutty pass. Tyrese going full speed. Didn't even dribble, I don't believe.
He went right at Trey Mitchell, who picks up his 4th, and Boots picks up a free throw. First Anderson catches, and Boots 1 dribble, John, and he gets to the left side, uses the window. He got a great toss by Anderson. Mitchell tried to meet him. Instead, Boots a chance at a 3-point play and a lane violation on A&M's Solomon Washington.
Never make it easy on us, do they?
86-78. He's looking over saying, but John tells me to step hard.
Not early, though.
3:40 left. Tripped on the catch to the hoop to Reeves. And Antonio Reeves is going to get a steady diet in the last 3:37, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
They kind of went away from him. But again, I get it when you have the guards who can score. The foul trouble in the first half.
But those three guys lined up right there. Reeves, Shepard, and Dillingham. You talk about a tough task. Those guys can all put it on the floor, all shoot above 44% from three.
And Reeves back at the line where he's 3 for 4. Front end of the 1-and-1. In and out, no good. Boots says, that is mine. 86-78 A&M, 3.5 to play. Wade goes to the right side of the floor, guarded by Shepard. He's above the Uptown SEC logo. Wade, right side of the lane, floater, off the heel, no good. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell feeds Dillingham on the left side. Front court with 3:15 to play. 86-78, Dillingham attacks. No good. Followed by Ivasic. Tipped out. Reeves has it on the right wing. Goes up top. Mitchell into the right corner. Dillingham drives the right baseline. Kick into the left corner for Shepard. No. Rebound. Underneath. 4. And no, it's Garcia who comes away with it. That's just 1-2. 86-78 A&M. 2:50 to play. Boots behind the back. Gets into the front court with a second to spare. Now attacks into the paint. Boots to the basket. Lay it up. Left it short. Rebound by Reeves. On the left side, it's Dillingham for Kentucky. Into the front court. Attacks on the left wing. Underneath, he lost it out of bounds. Aggie basketball.
Just crazy plays there. That was the easiest look Tyrese's had all game. I thought that was in. I think he thought about dunking it, really.
I think he thought about dunking it, John. I agree. 86-78 A&M, 2:35. The inbound to Manny Obaseki. Picked up by Dillingham at half court. 2.5 to play. 86-78 Texas A&M. Obaseki, the center jump circle. Goes to work on high on the right wing. Now to the top of the arc. Now between the circles. Dribbles to his right. Solo with a screen. Lost the ball. Gets it back at half court. There's 5 to shoot. Obaseki bullies his way into the paint. Banks it in. 14 for Manny Obaseki. 88-78. Reeves the other way. Little bully ball the other way as well. 88-80 A&M. 2:03. A La Casa Tequila. Late game timeout for Kentucky.
How about Manny taking the page out of Tyrese's book of really letting the shot clock just drip away, which you should with the lead that you have right here. Didn't think he gave himself enough time, but it went to the rim. Used his offhand, I think, to bank that in.
But he went at Mitchell, who has 4 personal fouls, right? So Mitchell's got to give him a little bit of ground.
And they're having to spread their defense out, and it's given our guys opportunities to get by their men and create themselves opportunities to finish tough at the glass.
14 for Manny Obaseki, 8 in the second half. 23 for Tyrese Radford, 11 in the second half. 30 for Wade Taylor, 12 in the second half. Anderson and Solomon Washington are playing with 4 personal fouls apiece. 19 fouls for the Aggies, 8 for Kentucky. 88-80 A&M. 2:03 to play. 4 Garcia, Radford, Washington, and Obaseki.
Deja vu all over again, the way we finished yesterday. Same setup to try to inbound with full court pressure.
Shepard, Ivasic, Mitchell, Reeves, Dillingham. To Boots in front of the Kentucky bench. Bounces back to 4. 4 gives to Manny in the front court. Manny dribbles to the right wing. Underhand toss to Boots at half court. To 4 in front of the center jump circle. Dillingham guards him. 88-80 Texas A&M. 1:45 to play. 4, middle of the floor. To the left side, Boots. Left wing 3 wide open. Missed it. Bounces twice. Rebound on Kentucky. It's a 1-and-1 for A&M. Grabbing the back of the neck is the foul on Ivasic. So to the line, Anderson Garcia.
They should look at that because he has his elbow up around his head. I mean, if that's a call, look.
He stomped twice. Front end of a 1-and-1 for Garcia. 88-80 A&M. 89-80 A&M. 2 points. 7 rebounds.
He's got to stop the flow of easy twos for them. Not easy,
Right.
they're contesting it, but they're getting it on a downhill start.
89-80, Anderson second. Good. 90-80, A&M. Reed Shepard into the front court with 1:35 to play. 90-80 A&M. Dillingham fakes the handoff, runs into Obaseki. It pinballs off Wade Taylor and into the Kentucky bench. 131. Buzz, I think, wants a replay here, and Doug Schals will come over.
Previous play under review.
A Thornton McFerrin Coaching Academy review to see who has possession with 1:31 remaining.
Yeah, that's what I like about A&M is it's just still intense defensive effort right now. Nothing passive at all. Trying to force issue.
Doug Schals, Orlando's pool, have the headsets on and communicating with Birmingham.
Did you get a good look at that?
I think it's off 4.
So if you're Cal right now, timeout.
Ball on the floor has been confirmed to be white ball.
White being Kentucky. 1:31 to play, 21. Your question again about Cal?
So now you're going to look to score. I mean, you're going to take any kind of bucket right now, but they're really good three-point shooters, as we've been talking about, so make sure you don't get away from your game plan. If you're going to give something up, it'd better be a 2 than a 3.
They're the best in the nation from beyond the arc. John, they averaged 10 threes and 24 attempts. They have 10 threes and 25 attempts tonight.
Well, you have Shepard inbound and kind of taking a page out of Wade being our inbounder. Watch for him catching it back.
And it is Wade who guards Shepard. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 1:32 left. The inbound to Dillingham. Dillingham above the etched-out SEC logo at half courts. In the wake of Mitchell, gets into the paint, down the right lane line, leans, short, follow, Mitchell with a dunk. (90-82), 1:17 remaining. Who knocked that ball free? Is that a delay of game warning on Kentucky?
They called timeout.
Did they? Or
yeah, no, they called timeout. They jumped up.
30-second timeout. A La Casa Tequila late-game timeout. I don't think it excuses the fact that they never got the ball to the referee, and it should be a delay of game. Because that ball kicked towards the bench, and they missed it.
Here we go. Now it's going to be all about full court pressure. They beat the basketball like we always talk about. Try to get it to your free throw shooters. Had a good warm-up yesterday. It's exactly the same scenario as that game wound down.
That's interesting. I talked to you about contrast of styles, but what does remain the same, it is the same situation as late as Ole Miss, correct?
Exactly. We're going to do a great job of trying to get the ball to the individuals that we think will first meet it, not get themselves in trouble and pass it before double teams occur, but always have Wade as your safety valve.
He inbounds and he can run the baseline, and does. Inbound to Anderson. Anderson, 90-82 A&M, fouled by Shepard in the backcourt with 1:15 to play. This is now 2 free throws. That's the 10th team foul on Kentucky. All intents and purposes, both teams in the double bonus.
Yeah, it's been a 3-man game for A&M in late game, with Anderson, Tyrese, and Wade being the decision makers and the go-to guys as far as inbound is concerned.
2 free throws for Anderson Garcia. 90-82, A&M by 8, 1:15 to play. Anderson's first. Good. 91-82, Wagner leaves, Edwards leaves, Ivasic comes in, Reeves comes in for Kentucky.
All right, slow them down, slow the pace down the floor. Do not foul.
Another for Anderson with the Aggies up 91-82. Bounces in, 92-82, all 5 of his points from the line. Shepard into the front court with 1:10 to play. 92-82 A&M. Shepard on the right wing, fakes the 3. Mitchell hands back off to Shepard, but Boots drives him to half court. Dillingham in between the circles. Inside the paint, straight away Reeves. Kick to Dillingham on the left wing. Blocked by Obaseki. Tapped by Taylor to Mo. And he's fouled in the backcourt by Mitchell, who has just fouled out with 51.8 to play.
What an effort by Manny. Great team defense, making sure penetration wasn't an option for him. But they did get a little bit of a rotation on ball reversal, but Manny closed out in a big way.
John, that's our Wells Fargo between the base paths moment, and Manny Obaseki is sweeping these moments with the dunk and that block on the left wing three. But what about the defense preceding that three? Shepard doesn't take the shot. Reeves not in a position where he wants to, and then it goes along the perimeter. The Aggies did the job on each of those Kentucky players, didn't they?
The communication and the connectivity on those switches were phenomenal.
92-82, 2 free throws for Manny. In and out. 51.8. Aggies by 10, 92-82. Aggies by 10. Obaseki gets the second of 2 free throws. Good. Obaseki, 15. Into Shepard. 50 seconds left, 93-82 A&M. Shepard into the front court, picks up the dribble. Ivasic. Doesn't hand off to Dillingham. Backdoor cut, threw it away. Wade with a steal. Wade into the front court is fouled by Edwards. Fighting Texas Aggies are 37.5 seconds away from going to their third consecutive SEC tournament semifinal and maybe kicking that door in for the NCAA tournaments.
What poise they have showed in the second half of this game. Great effort in the first half. Effort again in the second half, but poised throughout the second half to be in this situation right now.
Wade for 2 at the line. Good. Where are you now, Big Blue Nation? That's twice against the Aggies, and the Aggies have scored in the 90s. 95-82 A&M.
We've seen a lot of strange outcomes as far as breaking tradition this day.
30 seconds left, 95-82. Dillingham, Ivasic gives back to Dillingham. The three is good. 95-85. No more shot clock. Give back to 4. 4 loops to Garcia. Garcia across the floor to Manny. Manny holds it. Manny protects it. He is fouled by Reeves. He goes to the line with 21 seconds left. Reeves has fouled out.
That last bucket that Kentucky hit, that just shows you what you were having to defend all game. Dillingham, Shepard.
Yeah, you know what? It's the NBA's problem next year.
Right?
It's for Dillingham. Wow. I'm telling you what, you and I do this constantly, and you say it all the time. When you say, I'm a believer, I'm a believer.
You can't help. You can't help. What we witness.
First free throw, Manny. Got it, 96-85, 16 for Manny. You know, John, we always joke, as basketball fans, we love watching these players. As Aggies, it kills us because they're so good. But as a fan, they're a pleasure to watch.
Without a doubt. We were reminiscing before this game, talking about our favorite moments. Guess what's eking up into that list?
2 of 2 from the line, 17 for Manny Obaseki. 97-85, A&M leads by 12 with 21 seconds left. The game up next is Florida and Alabama. Mississippi State's playing Auburn at noon. Are the Aggies playing the winner of Florida-Alabama at 2:30? Inside, Ivasic spins and dunks. Clock continues to run. Boots into the front court. How about the fighting Texas Aggies win number 20 and on to the SEC tournament semifinals tomorrow, Saturday. A&M 97, Kentucky 87. That's the final here in Nashville. They do it again.
Rock talks about magic. We saw something magical here tonight.
97-87. Third consecutive year they're going to the tournament semifinals. 7 wins in the last 3 years in this tournament. And the Aggies get win number 20. And I dare say the most emphatic statement to the NCAA Tournament Committee.
When Buzz talked about it, didn't want to make it too big a deal, been focused in the moment, but he said take nothing for granted, whether it be finishing at the rim or would it be getting yourself in an NCAA tournament. And that's all you can do there is just keep winning.
It's going to be another breakfast. He joked with us yesterday, right in the pregame. It's going to be another breakfast. As long as we keep having breakfasts here in Nashville, you up your chances.
You go, we get the itinerary every day that you stay, right?
Yep.
Rinse and repeat. We're going again.
And we get to play in the afternoon tomorrow. 2:30 is the tip. We'll join you at 2 o'clock. Someone has got to join us here courtside, right?
It looks like Boots might be somebody's option. Could be. I'm not sure, Brad. They're trying to hunt somebody down. They got Anderson. I'd love to have Anderson. I'll take anybody right now.
I will take anybody. Would love to get Boots. Anderson, I think, just talked. Oh, he's talking with Buzz at half court.
I think Brad, they're trying to go corral a player to come. Here comes Anderson back out.
How about the hug at half court? Buzz with Calvin.
Oh, we got Anderson.
Oh, yes, we do.
My family is hoping I don't try to talk to them in Spanish. I can tell you that right now. He's so tall. And it's also that hair we got to contend with.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
There we go.
Let me just sit right here.
Yeah,
there you go.
You do whatever you darn well please.
You be comfortable, baby. Be comfortable. Be comfortable.
John said this throughout the game. There are so many things that had to be done, but first and foremost, it was the toughness of this team. Was it not through the entire 40 minutes?
It was. And we got to give credit to Kentucky, and we knew before the game that if we didn't play like that, we didn't gonna have the result that we just had tonight.
Well, the connectivity that you have to be successful anyway, whether it be offense or defense. I mean, perfect communication. I mean, it wasn't perfect the entire game, but you guys were so connected and covering those three-point shooters.
I mean, I would give credit to my teammate, and something that I got to add to that is this team being here 2 years in a row, and we're just trying to finish the job, and not finish short this year. That's why we got the mentality this year, and we're not done.
No, absolutely
what's
not.
Interesting, Anderson, we always talk, and kind of one of our favorites. We'll go back and recap what you did or what impact you had. The 2 pump fakes and score with the 7-footer and the 6'8". But how about running the length of the floor and blocking that shot? How cool was that?
I just trying to do everything to help the team, and it don't matter what I do. I just, if I'm in the court, I got to do whatever I got to do to help the team, and that's why the coaches, they trust me. I was playing with 4 fouls, and that I was just being smart, in those moments.
Well, the other thing I would say is the fact that you stay so composed throughout the entire deal. You play so hard, but you're under control.
That was a cameo by Manny.